and Donald Trump. Secret Service agents opening fire after seeing a person with a firearm near Trump's West Palm Beach golf course.
The Secret Service did exactly what they should have done. They provided exactly what the protection should have been, and their agent did a fantastic job.
FBI Special Agent in Charge Jeffrey Veltri, Fox's Lucas Tomlinson.
The suspect, who was found hiding in the bushes with a clear line of sight of the golf holes, jumped out of the bushes and into a black Nissan, and a witness reported the car and the license plate to the police.
The suspect, Ryan Ruth of Hawaii, has a lengthy criminal record dating back to the 1990s. And Shogun and Hacks, the big winners in Sunday night's Emmy Awards. Shogun, a record number 18 wins, including Best Drama. America's listening to Fox News.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. A good September run this week with a nice selection of all classes of cattle, especially high-quality native calves and light yearlings. We expect to sell 1,600 head, breaking down like this: 225, 250 weight cows and bulls, 150, 175 pairs of bred cows, 1,150, 1,200 calves and yearlings. Today's sale will include 25 to 30 cow-calf pairs, mostly black, white face, Angus and Brangus cross cows with black calves at side. Pairs 4 to 10 years old, 21 bred cows, Collins and Joan Key, Dunlap, New Mexico. X-quality Angus cows bred to high-quality Angus bulls, good flesh, 8 to 10 years old. 64 calves, Mr. Neil Woodward, Fort Stockton, Texas. Excellent quality black, white face, Brangus cross calves. Cattle weaned 45 days, 2 rounds of shots, 450, 550 pounds. 142 steer calves, /Z Ranch, Tatum, New Mexico. Reputation quality, black Angus all steers, Bovishield Gold 7-way, sorted into 2 load lots, 650, 750 pounds. Also 53 steer calves off the same ranch. Reputation quality, black Angus, Bovishield Gold 7-way, 550, 650. 193 calves, Maley Land and Cattle Company, Carlsbad, New Mexico. X-quality black and red Angus crossbred calves, Bovishield Gold 7-way. There's 120 steers, 73 heifers, 400, 575 pounds. 41 calves, Mr. Bob Hayter, Fort Stockton, Texas. X-quality black, white face, red, white face, English cross calves. Shots at Brandon, 350, 450 pounds. 35 calves, the Hindi Ranch, Duran, New Mexico. X-quality black Angus cross calves. Shots at Brandon, 400, 500 pounds. 34 calves, Mary Jane Chavez, Moriarty, New Mexico. X-quality black, white face, Angus crossbred calves. Shots at Brandon, 375, 500 pounds. Several consignments this week of very high quality calves and light yearlings. Sale time this morning 9 o'clock. Sale pairs of bred cows 10:30. Be selling calves and yearlings about 11:30. We expect to sell 1,600 head today. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham's Cabinet in Your Community event is coming to Ruidoso. Join the governor and state agency cabinet secretaries for a discussion about how New Mexico government can better serve you and your community. At the event, you'll learn how to access resources and enroll in state programs and services. Medicaid enrollment, child care, food and cash assistance, academic enrollment, tutoring, children's programming, unemployment benefits, free college, lost property, income tax inquiries, senior programs and services, and much more. Cabinet in Your Community will be held Saturday, September 21st at Ruidoso High School. The State Services Expo and Constituent Services is from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. and the Community Town Hall from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. We'll see you there.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients, and do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
Hear ye, hear ye. Step back in time for the time of your life at the 3rd Annual Cavern City Renaissance Festival. Enjoy a weekend of magic and merriment with captivating music, thrilling armored combat, and all-new dazzling stage performances. Savor bountiful food and drink as you explore 2 stages of non-stop entertainment and discover unique treasures from over 70 artisan vendors. Bring your whole family for an unforgettable adventure on September 27th and 28th at the Carlsbad Beach Park. Advertisement paid for by the City of Carlsbad Lodgers Tax.
The biggest block party of the season is about to get even bigger. Red Dirt Black Gold 2024. Saturday, September 28th in downtown Artesia. We're moving it to Main Street with the return of New Mexico Brew Fest, food vendors, kids zone, and of course, live music on the ConocoPhillips stage beginning at 4 p.m., including Jay Thornberry, Tel Runyon, Matt Castillo, and Pat Green. Admission is only $10 for 21 and over. Red Dirt Black Gold 2024. Saturday, September 28th on Main Street in downtown Artesia. Presented by ConocoPhillips. Ad paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
Southeast New Mexico weather.
Good morning, Southeast New Mexico forecast, and it's going to be a hot one this afternoon. 92 degrees by mid-afternoon in Roswell, 91 degrees in Carlsbad, Artesia, and Hobbs and Lovington at our radio studios at 89 degrees for today. Tomorrow at our studio, a high temperature of 90 with a slight chance for a thunderstorm, and 94 degrees in Carlsbad, Artesia with a chance for a thunderstorm at 20%. Roswell's rain chance for Tuesday, 30%. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Arberts.
Your country plays on W105.
I want to wake America up.
Be in the Breakfast Club, broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer.
I got to keep wearing it, but don't tell them I didn't have it on when I walked in.
What day is it?
Today is going to be the day.
Yay! I love Mondays.
It's also Manic Monday.
What are you working on these days? What's going on for you? What's your current project?
All right, just living the dream.
What's on your plate these days? What's coming up for you? What's on the next page?
Another day, another dollar.
What are you working on?
Working hard or hardly working.
Here we go.
It's your showtime, folks.
It is another day in paradise. It's 7 minutes after the hour of 6. Question of the day. It's already posted on Facebook. It is, what is your number one fear? Number one fear. Monica, what is your number one fear?
I have two. Snakes and mice.
Snake?
Mice?
Mice?
Mises? Really?
Yes. I can't stand them. Oh, gosh. Yeah. No.
Well, get your snake. They eat mice.
You want me out of a building? You want me to get out and never come back?
That's what Tom
runs like a little girl.
And screams like a little girl.
Oh, I'll scream for sure.
I will go back.
No,
I
think
bet
it's
you
just
his
something
scream
about
is
their
more.
sneakiness.
I will go back and find the video of the time in the studio that he actually ran out of the building. Didn't run out of the studio, ran out of the building.
So there was a rat snake back here. And Russ took a picture of it because it was out there, right? And it was long. It was probably 5-6 feet.
Sure.
And it was probably 20 minutes. I was leaving, and Tom stopped me. You remember this, Tom? He goes, "Don't go out there. There's a 16-foot snake out there."
Right. The hell is it, an anaconda?
That's what I was like. There is no snake in New Mexico that's 16 feet long.
Typical guy. Over-exaggerating.
Over-exaggerating.
All right, Tom, what is your fear?
Getting stuck in an elevator. I got stuck in an elevator for 3 hours. I won't go into one by myself. That's why I don't want to get buried in a box.
I won't go into one by myself.
And so that's why you don't want to get buried in a box.
So wait, Blake. Let's break this down. You're going up. Say you have a doctor's appointment. A doctor's appointment is on the 15th floor. Nobody else is going up the elevator. You're going to wait until somebody else does?
Yep.
You're a weirdo.
And when you're dead and gone, you don't want to be in a box. I'd rather be cremated.
Listen, at that point, you don't have a choice.
You're not feeling anything. You have no emotions. And by the way, the decision is not up to you.
Right. Yeah, it's dark in there.
So, Blake, what is your?
None of my fears are real. Like, I'm afraid of running out of money or not being able to take care of somebody or something like that.
I have that type of fear.
But actual physical things, heights don't bother me. Critters don't bother me. I mean, I don't like getting stung by scorpions, but I'm not afraid of them.
My wife has the attitude, when you grow up poor,
mm-hmm.
and I'm talking about very, very poor, when you have money, you like to spend money. And so my biggest fear is I die,
mm-hmm.
and she doesn't have enough money.
See, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. It's not something you can control, not a physical thing.
Right. And she doesn't have enough money to survive. And the way Social Security is, she won't get my pension until she turns 60. I think it's 60 now. And so
no, it's 60.
62. 62.
But if it's before what would be her full retirement age,
right,
there's a big reduction every year. It's like 30%.
Right.
Yeah.
So she'd have no money coming in.
You know, I just want to say that those are respectable fears. Those are like gentleman fears.
Yeah.
Like you guys have like manly fears, where I have like a super girly fear. Even Tom's fear is a little girly.
So
right.
I worry about that. I worry that, how's she going to make it? So I always tell her, and it's crazy because I always tell her, here's every account. Here's every password. Let me write it down. No, you're not writing the passwords down.
I have a little notebook that I keep all.
No, I'm not writing it down. Here's the combinations to our saves. And as everybody knows, when I got injured, and in the Philippines, it's different. If you do not have money right there, you do not get medical treatment.
Right.
So you say you need an MRI or a brain scan or whatever. They're not doing it until you pay.
Wow.
And you can't leave the hospital until your bill was paid. They will hold you hostage until your family comes up with the money. And that's just not for foreigners like me. That's for everybody.
Wow.
Now, I can't tell you how many requests I get in a month from people saying, my mother-in-law or my mom's in the hospital. Can you help out and give a little bit?
Right.
And because you can't get out of the hospital. So
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they won't do medical care. They'll I don't know how that works ethically. I would think they have to keep you alive. I don't know. I don't know. But so when
it's kind of the opposite here, like
they
want
accept
you out.
Yeah, we accept everybody.
Yes, they're like, okay, we need to get out.
True.
Yeah, when I had my accident, she couldn't get into your bank accounts. She couldn't do. She was there. She couldn't get into safes.
Right.
She couldn't do anything, and that's why I am forever indebted to our listeners for helping out. So I appreciate you guys. The other thing I have deep-rooted fears about in this country is that the globalists are going to take over and that Kamala Harris is going to take over. Yesterday, driving back from church, I told my wife, I said, there's no excitement about this election. I don't see the Trump signs. I don't see the excitement. We were at a great event at the country club in Hobbs on Saturday. Awesome event by the Republican Party. But outside that box, I do not see the incitement from the people.
I agree.
I do not see the same excitement, and that scares the hell out of me.
Well, and I think Tom, actually, because we were talking off the air, and I think Tom actually hit on this. He's saying that this time around, if you want a Trump sign, you got to fork out money for it.
Yeah, that is an issue, and I'm not blaming the local Republican parties.
No, that's all of them. The Trump campaign told them to do it.
Yeah, that
now the price is set by them.
Yeah, that is problematic. But I just don't see the same excitement. And yesterday, of course, coming off another assassination attempt.
Right.
The first assassination attempt gave President Trump a huge boost in the polls. Kamala Harris has had actually a couple good weeks, and I can break down the individual polls in places like North Carolina and Iowa, where she's actually has picked up a little steam.
Well, and I think that reason is why the major news outlets, and we'll get to this whole assassination attempt thing, they're already trying to downplay
they're burying it.
They're trying to get it out of the news cycle.
Well, and they're acting like it never even happened. So,
and I think as like a society, as people, like we just it's so much. Like, it's so much. The negativity, everything that the news brings to your ears. Like,
well, and Blake touched on that people are scared to wear Trump shirts.
They are.
And see, I'm not a feel for post
me
person.
either. I am
not
scared.
I wore my Trump shirt on the plane. I have people making comments. I don't care.
I don't either.
I don't care because, I gave up a long time ago trying to please people.
Right.
Correct.
And the other thing is, I will wear it with pride.
Me too.
I remember being at the gym having a Trump shirt on, and this German said, he should have died. And those are fighting words to me. And
well, they should be.
And I was like, well, you damn Nazi, blankety blank, 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 blank. And I don't think Kamala Harris should die.
No,
I don't think so either. I would never wish death upon
because
them.
I'm not a despicable human being. At least I try not to be. So I think but I think there's a lot of apathy. And when I go to the grocery stores yesterday, made a quick stop to the grocery store, and bam, $100. And I was like, we can't walk in here without spending $100.
Right. No. And I think another reason, I don't know if it was Yvette that said it or the other lady up north. I don't remember her name. The one that spoke.
Sharon Klosterschillage.
Okay. One of them, I'm not going to say that. But one of them said.
I was going to say it too, damn it.
That a lot of people.
It took me a while to get it right.
Yeah. That a lot of people are like, why even vote? It's already going to be rigged anyways. I think that's a lot of the attitude that some people have.
I hope that people do. Look, that's what they want you to believe. That's what they want you to believe. And that's why a lot of times they're like, look, the polling numbers are out there. I had a liberal tell me that yesterday. Yeah, I mean, you guys can forget it. I mean, the orange turd is done. The polling numbers are showing that, and I'm like, I don't know what your polling numbers you're looking at, but you're full of.
Well, and I want to point this out. You go to work every day, right?
Right.
Your paycheck may not be what you would like it to be, but you still show up so that you can get the paycheck.
That's good.
If you don't show up, you definitely don't get it.
Unless you work for the government. Unless you work for the federal government or the state, where they're still allowing people to work from home.
But those are only under 30.
The point of all of this was that we need to get excited. We need to look. We need to embrace this, and not only that, I have told so many liberals that they're stupid because they're voting for Kamala. Maybe there's a better approach.
Well, we were talking about this off the air.
Maybe,
and I agree with you.
Maybe
because no one wants to hear that.
Yeah, maybe there's a better approach. I don't know. So we'll talk more about that and the Trump assassination that actually was an attempt at assassination. Who is this guy? I'll get into all of that. Today is Collect Rocks Day. I would say go kick some rocks. Mayflower Day, Mexican Independence Day going on all day today. Tom, is that something you celebrate?
No.
Okay. National Guacamole Day. Guacamole Day. Yeah, I can't.
I love me guacamole.
I can't eat that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you don't like avocado.
No. My wife, they make.
Right. I know. That's what I'm saying.
They make avocado. They make avocado ice cream.
I don't even look at you the same right now.
Have you ever tried avocado ice cream?
No.
No, I've never.
It's actually pretty good because it tastes nothing like avocado.
Oh, wow.
No, thank you. Step Family Day. I think if somebody is your family, they're your family.
Right.
And whether blood or not.
It really doesn't matter. Teenager workout day. Whatever the hell that is.
That means wake up before noon.
Yeah. Working Parents Day. Thank you for your working folks. And World Play-Doh Day going on today.
Oh, I can't stand Play-Doh.
Yeah,
I can't stand slime. I can't stand none of that junk.
Yeah. I miss Silly Putty.
Yeah, Silly Putty was a great invention. Former President Donald Trump lashing out at Taylor Swift. By the way, the Taylor Swift factor, it did nothing. I mean, Kamala did not get a bounce or anything. And declaring that the disdain for Taylor Swift after she endorsed Kamala Harris. Taylor, by the way, said she'd shake it off. Trump did say, I hate Taylor Swift. Hate is a big word.
Yeah, it is a very strong word.
I still like some Taylor Swift stuff. I'm not going to say I can't listen to it anymore. It does take on her new stuff. All has a different sound to me.
Well,
But I liked the Shake It Off song. That was a fun little ditty.
I like Taylor Swift as a musician, as a singer,
Yes.
as a person. Nah,
But you got to do that with most bands.
I look, and I will say this about Taylor Swift. 90% of her songs about making bad choices.
Sure.
Right.
And so you're going to vote for that? Okay.
Yeah.
J.D. Vance was on TV yesterday, continuing to make the claims about the immigrants eating geese in Springfield. A tense moment yesterday with Dana Bash. And to me, this is foul play because it is actually happening. I mean, you can go back and watch the city council meetings. And I don't care if the governor of Ohio and the mayor of Springfield have come out and said that it's not true. The constituents are saying it.
Yes.
It has been brought up multiple times at the city council meeting. I had a guy.
Videos.
I didn't use it today. There are videos. I didn't use it today, but there is a gentleman that all he does is work with the homeless. And he said so many people have been displaced because they kick them out of their apartments to take the vouchers from the federal government because the vouchers
are worth more.
So can you imagine being a citizen in this country and you are renting an apartment and they kick you out to make room for a foreigner? Can you imagine that?
I believe it happened.
I do.
I do. Well, he has no reason to. And that's what he said. I'm a man of God. I've been doing this for 25 years. All I do is work with the homeless. And he said the people that have been displaced is crazy. So if you're keeping score, Southern California broke their previous record, 4.0 earthquake or higher in a single year. And mortgage rates, the average 6.2 at the end of last week. So the mortgage rate has gone down. Morning, welcome to the show. How are you doing? Well, no win, no buy. All right. All right, we're going to get into the tweet of the day. Keep you updated. Let me check out the weather being brought to you by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. Find them in Roswell. RoswellLivestock.com. They've got everything if you're living on a farm or a ranch. They also have looking good Western wear clothes. They have work gear, and they are your certified Purina dealer. 1105 East 2nd in Roswell, online at RoswellLivestock.com. You can also find them in Capitan at the Lincoln County Mercantile. Warm day today, but we're going to be in the 80s. That's the good news. About 89 and sunny. Clear skies tonight, 86, 90 coming up tomorrow. Maybe a chance of rain tomorrow night, but back in the 90s by Wednesday. Check of the weather this morning being brought to you by Janko Janitorial. You can find them in Artesia. Full-service janitorial company. They also sell all your janitorial supplies, commercial-grade janitorial supplies. Website, jancojanitorial.com, or you can just call Amber this morning, 575-703-1869. Their folks are trained and certified, and they can go out to your commercial building, your office building, or do stuff like oil field sites and industrial sites, jancojanitorial.com. Back on the phone. Morning, how you doing? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the patch.
Frank, what's going on?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Frank.
Not much, sir. Everything good. We had a quiet night last night at work. So, anyway, going back to the animals being eaten, the newest campaign from the animal kingdom is, Scooby-Doo is calling for vote for Trump.
Yeah.
Because he's afraid he might get chased and
eaten
alive and eaten.
Yeah. And I do have that story. Independent group of people, not Republican, not Democrat, not came out and said it's actually a valid story. And not only that, PETA came out and they put out a PSA. True story.
Yeah,
really?
So
yes.
The Donald Duck is saying vote Trump. And I approve this message. And even Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah.
Pepe Le Pew, the scar, he says, please feel sorry for me. He said, after they feed the cats and dogs and the ducks, they're coming after me too.
Oh no! Only the vultures eat the skunks.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is that they can't catch the Roadrunner.
Correct.
The Haitians are fast, but not that
They
fast.
need a new boulder or an anvil.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, the skunky Pepe Le Pew is saying that people used to run away from him, and now they're chasing him.
Yeah, now they're chasing him. Thank you, Frank.
Yeah.
You take it easy. We're going to get to talking about the assassination attempt, another assassination attempt. Investigation is underway. But who are the people that are doing the investigation? Look, it took 2 months for them to actually,
we still don't know.
They sent one guy into early retirement.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it.
But they had civilians on that roof within 12 hours washing away the evidence, destroying the crime scene.
They said yesterday, now this is the sheriff's department that came out and said, why weren't there enough Secret Service? Why?
My biggest question on this assassination attempt with the news media, all of them, like I'm going to pick the Fox News headline here because they're supposed to be conservative, right? Son of suspect who authorities say tried to kill Trump breaks silence.
Right.
Who authorities say tried
and was saying that
they're downplaying it.
Yeah, let me get the Lester Holt. I played that for you earlier this morning. So Lester Holt basically blaming Trump for being that somebody had trying to take his life. And he's bringing it all the way around to the Haitians. Now, I want you to remember,
it's Kamala Harris and Joe Biden rhetoric that's danger to democracy must be taken out at any account.
Biden did come out and condemn the second attempt on Trump.
Well,
no word from Kamala Harris.
Sort of condemned it.
So do you remember back in the day?
He didn't outright condemn the attempt. He just said there's no place for violence.
Do you remember back in the day when the Haitians were supposedly whipped by the Border Patrol? Remember that?
Yes.
And it turned out to be it's not
false.
true.
Right.
It was just a leads. And so do you know who's Haitian American? Biden mentioned this yesterday in his speech. You have any idea who's Haitian American?
Well, if they're going to say Kamala, it was Jamaican, but okay. I don't know.
Carrie Jean-Pierre.
Oh, that's right. She is.
Carrie Jean-Pierre.
I don't know that really surprises me.
Do you know the average IQ of a Haitian?
No.
Yeah, it's really low. We talked about this.
A 20?
No, it's like 50 something.
No, it's 60.
Okay.
Like 50.
Like it's below what is special needs.
Sure.
So I don't know how these people actually function every day. So when we talk about they're doing jobs that nobody, that's one of the defenses by the liberals. Well, they're doing the jobs in Springfield.
What jobs?
What jobs?
Right.
Because they barely know how to tie their shoes.
Well,
at this point.
you got to remember that the fictional character of Forrest Gump had a 69 IQ.
Oh, wow. So Lester Holt, here's Lester Holt blaming Donald Trump for, the attempted assassination because you are a racist bigot that keeps making fun of the Haitians.
Today's apparent assassination attempt comes amid increasingly fierce rhetoric on the campaign trail itself. Mr. Trump, his running mate J.D. Vance continue to make baseless claims about Haitian immigrants in Ohio.
Look, do you know what journalism school they went to? If you say it enough, people will believe it.
Let's get this right. Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, he's a threat. He must be taken out.
Yep.
Joe Biden, I'm going to take him behind the woodshed, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep. All of the above. All of the above.
Awful.
So who is Ryan Wesley Ruth? Who is this guy?
He is a radical leftist. Like, I don't know if he's a Marxist for sure, but he's a radical leftist.
Oh, wow.
Has been working probably with the CIA.
Probably.
I mean, because the work he's been doing in Ukraine. So he was interviewed by a Ukrainian TV about why is it so important, and I'll play that cut coming up in a bit. Why is it so important that we go to Ukraine? Why is that so important? The bigger question to me is, How did he know Trump would be playing golf? How did ABC know that Trump was going to bring up the Haitians? I think Trump has a leak.
I think he does, too.
There's a mole in that administration. I mean, in his campaign.
But to be fair, on part of that, Trump has general routines that he does.
Yes, I agree with him.
You know that if he's in South Florida, he's probably playing golf at
some
certain
point.
times. You know, there's particular times of the day that he does that. In general, he has kind of a routine, right? As people do.
Right.
You have
Sure.
a routine.
So I didn't see it when it instantly broke, but then I was trying to do some work on X, and I saw the report. This is actually from CNN, who I do not watch, but they actually have done a fairly good job.
We want to let you know the breaking news that we're following. Former President Donald Trump's campaign saying he is safe after gunshots were fired in his vicinity while he was on his golf course a short time ago, just after 2 o'clock Eastern time. We're learning that Trump was playing golf at the club, the Trump International Golf Club in Palm Beach, Florida. When this took place, sources are telling CNN that officials believe the shots were intended for.
So they've got the individual,
right? And he never got a shot off. The shots came from Secret Service shooting
Secret
at
Service
him.
shot at him. So here is the assassin. He being interviewed about why it isn't so part in the work he's doing in Ukraine. We do know that early in, I think it was 2021, police went to his roofing company, and he barricaded himself inside the roofing company.
He did.
And then he fled to Hawaii, where he is building shanties there for the homeless. And at the same time, he was recruiting people to go fight
in the Ukraine.
So here's part of that interview that he did in Ukraine.
The most important thing in the world is just to show human beings that we're kind and we're caring and that we take care of one another and that the world is united so that we feed each other and make sure that, you know, we all move forward as one collective whole unit. So, you know, we feel the pain of one country's failure and their conflicts, and we enjoy the successes of other countries that are doing good, and we all work together. And
globalists.
Play the first part of that again. Now, remember, this is the guy that tried to assassinate someone.
I was going to mention that. Here we go.
The most important thing in the world is just to show human beings that we're kind and we're caring and that we take care of.
Yeah, you take a gun and go shoot at somebody. I don't know if that's
Behind
kind.
bushes to show our kindness.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Incredible.
Yeah. Saturday, we're going to talk about Nicky Jam. Tom, you know who Nicky Jam is?
Yeah.
You never heard of Nicky Jam?
The wrestler.
Nicky Jam.
Mickey
the
Jam.
wrestler. Do you know who Nicky Jam is?
I don't.
I'll talk about Nicky Jam coming up. He actually endorsed Trump. All right.
Must be a hip-hop artist.
He's in the kind of...
Or somebody that loves guns and their freedom.
Kind of. So I'll get to that. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Maid Trailer Sales. Don't go camping without Maid Trailer Sales. Serving Southeast New Mexico. Largest selection of RVs, toy haulers. They got your ultralights. And these folks have been in business now close to 70 years. How do you stay in business 70 years? You do the right thing every single day. They offer great customer service and service after the sale. Call David this morning, 575-622-1751. MainTrailerSalesInc.com. Tom and the text.
All right, text starting off. The texter says, Frank is chiming in again on the text.
No, you're way too far back.
Okay, there we go. There, Frank says, no wonder Biden dog would buy secretly, warning Secret Service about KJB trying to have him for lunch, says Frank. He just sent that in. And we're going to go with Trump, it says Hater on this one. In the mind of a predator, the worst thing that can happen, he says, is you can become prey in Trump's mind. Electrocution sounds preferable to dying in the clutches of a great white, says the Trump hater. Wow.
You really have to be a messed up individual. And by the way, in saying that, I don't think you should be assassinated either. If Tom read that text right, and I'm not saying that he comprehended and read it right, Let me just say, I don't think Kamala Harris should be assassinated.
No.
I don't think Joe Biden should be assassinated. No. But if you're okay with assassination, you are a globalist also that believes that you should take out anybody that's running against your person. That's pretty despicable.
Well, and that comes back to individual character flaws.
Right. Correct.
If you can't hold an intellectual conversation with somebody and discuss ideas and do the back and forth, which is what politics is.
Right.
And all you want to do is kill your opponent or some other form of violence.
Name one Democrat that the Republicans took out. We're not doing the shooting, and we're the ones with guns. I want you to think about that.
So great.
And the Democrat that was taken out by further left Marxists.
Yeah, exactly. Tom?
All right, so this text is, this text is saying psychopaths are not able to modulate their egocentric impulses of regulated feelings of frustration or anger.
That's the same.
It's the same Trump-obsessed hater.
Joe from Hobbs says,
that's a response.
Good morning, America, says John from Hobbs this morning.
Joe from Hobbs that says, good morning, Monica.
Oh, Monica. It says America.
No, it says Monica.
I thought it said America.
No, I was in the damn neighborhood.
And I believe we'll be going to war, so there will be no election, unfortunately, says this one texter.
I don't know if I have a drill here, but I think I need to drill my head this morning.
And David Artesian says, cows along Whip Road, mile marker 2. So if you're going that way, do be very careful.
Tito Jackson died.
Yeah, Tito, poor Tito.
We got that in there.
Yeah, poor Tito died. He was, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was 71.
70.
Let's talk about some of those fears, Tom. Biggest fear, uneducated woke voters in the metro areas of New Mexico. That is true. Another one said, my fear is where this country is heading.
Yeah, I'm fearful.
You know, that's a valid fear, honestly. I try not to think about what the country will look like.
Is it really a fear? I mean, that's where I have a hard time when somebody says, what is your fear? Because it's quantifiable, right? I mean, it's like, it could happen. I worry that will happen, but I don't know that I'm afraid. I mean, I am for the younger generations and things like that, but it's more of a worry than a fear.
Yeah.
That's true. And Jody from Lovington said it's funny that the ones that are always wanting to kill somebody are the dying Democrats.
And they're trying to eliminate the guns because they'll be the only ones with guns.
Yeah.
Right. Just thinking.
Because it's funny, nobody's trying to kill Kamala.
It's not funny.
Good morning, Joe.
Shouldn't.
Good morning.
But you know what I'm saying.
Good morning, Monica.
Yes. People said that about Barack Obama. Oh, he's a black president. Got to watch out. They're going to try and assassinate him.
Right.
And at the point I said, he doesn't have to worry about anything because it's his side that does it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's the same thing with Kamala.
That
she
is
doesn't have to
true.
worry about getting shot at because it's her side who's shooting.
And by the
people.
way, she did do another interview with a local Philly ABC reporter. And she stumbled and bumbled the day after the debate. So I'll get to that in a second.
That's why Trump needs to agree to another debate.
He needs to do another debate.
And what he needs to do is say, look, I will have another debate with Kamala. I want it tomorrow. Pick your station.
Yeah.
And give her no time for prep.
Here are the people that I want to be the moderators.
Well, and
you pick one and I pick one. That's the fair way to do it.
And again, if a president gets that phone call in the middle of the night, they don't have a week to prepare their statement.
Those are the decisions. Sad story. Infant remains found in Eddy County Sheriff's Office saying the infant remains were found last Friday after the following tip came from about a missing infant and near Queen. And the Office of Medical Investigators determined the remains found of that infant. They're working to identify who the infant is.
And they are working it as a homicide.
As a homicide. And in Hobbs, early morning, September 13th of last week, officers at the Hobbs Police Department. By the way, when you do these press releases, if you would, put Saturday, September 13th. That way, I mean, I really don't want to do your job. I appreciate you at the Hobbs PD Department. Anyway, they're investigating a shooting at Roja in Hobbs in reference to a breaking and entering. Upon arrival, it was determined 38-year-old Curtis Thames of Hobbs had forced his way into a nearby residence. The owner of the residence barricaded themselves with a firearm in the bedroom inside the home. At some point during that incident, one of the homeowners fired a round through the bedroom door, striking Mr. Thames. Thames transported to a local hospital and died from his injuries. Officers were made aware that Mr. Thames' mother, Christy Thames, lives within the neighborhood, so it was a neighborhood-type break-in and ongoing investigation into that story. You want this one?
I got that one.
And big drug bust happened in Chaves County. Congratulations going out to the Chaves County Sheriff's Department. They made a major narcotics seizure. And with the help of the K9 unit, they were able to take 1 pound of, 22 pounds of meth off the street, because there were 22 packages, and each one of those packages weighed 1 pound.
Right.
22 pounds of methamphetamine.
Right.
Taken off the street.
Wow.
Thank you to the K9 unit, and thank you to the Sheriff's Department. And you know how this goes down. They were able to make that stop, simple traffic stop. This is why, back in the day, I would hear about racial profiling and this and this. This is how you make big-time drug seizures, is through traffic stop. New Mexico has a law that you can't ask the person seated in the car, except for the driver, for their ID. I think this is ludicrous.
Wrong.
This is ludicrous. That's another way they take wanted criminals off the street. Say you have somebody that's wanted for murder in the passenger seat.
They just don't drive.
Yeah, they just don't drive. Well, they slip on by.
So that happened. I know of a case where there was a somebody who was arrested more than one time for drug trafficking. And the way that he got away with it, he was stopped several times, but he was in the passenger seat and someone else was driving.
Yeah, it's a dumb law that protects the criminals in New Mexico. A Roswell woman arrested Thursday, allegedly robbing a man after he bought her food and gave her a ride in his vehicle. Amanda Hernandez, 44 years old, arrested and charged with robbery, allegedly taking a cell phone and $700 in cash from the man after he bought her food and gave her a ride. And you want to know why we don't stop and help people anymore? Because we don't want to die. It's a sad day.
Right.
It is a sad day, but yeah.
She was arrested and charged.
Yeah, he was, and so she was arrested, and thank God.
And he's like, all I did was buy her lunch.
Yeah.
And give her a ride.
And one person dead, several others injured in Andrews, Texas. Officer involved shooting. Joint press release, Andrews County Sheriff's Office and the Andrews Police Department revealed information about the officer involved shooting that happened Friday evening. 31-year-old Ricardo Infamy Jr. was a felony arrest warrant for indecent exposure with a child. Officers contacted him in his home, attempted to take him into custody. During the incident, a knife was used to stab one of the Andrews County Sheriff's deputies and one of the Andrews County Fire Marshal's officers. One Andrews Police Department officer shot him. In response to that, the marshals are now investigating that entire incident. And congratulations, haven't said this in a while, congratulations going out to Texas. They are now it's been 16 years since they have been the number one team in the country. Georgia barely beat Kentucky. Arch Manning came in and
I told you that was a good thing for them.
Yeah, came in and finished the game after their quarterback number one. Tom, what's his name? Quarterback
Quinn.
Okay, what's his last name? You know him? Quinn.
I don't know his last name.
You don't know his last name, but they are your number one team.
Yes.
Yeah, because you jumped on the bandwagon, but you don't know the starting quarterback.
Hey, Colorado won, so I'm back with them guys.
So I'm back with it. So you're
let me
jumping
just
off
say,
the Texas bandwagon?
What a POS Shadur Sanders. not shaking the opposing quarterback's hand,
that's tough.
and dropping that bomb that get that blankety blank out of here.
So I'm confused, and I know our listeners are if I am. What team are you backing now?
The Buffaloes. They're 2-1.
So you were on the Longhorns bandwagon for a minute, and now you're back on the Colorado bandwagon.
Well, everywhere the Colorado Buffaloes go, they sell out the stadiums, and they sold out
That's
Colorado
a lie.
State.
That's a lie.
Did you see the video?
And by the way, they're playing in stadiums that aren't really that big. I mean, a 60,000.
Yeah, that's a high school in
Yeah,
Texas.
I mean,
but before those stadiums weren't even sold out when they came
that's high school in Texas.
And by the way, what performance character, what do they have to do with selling out? Because, I mean, I'm just going to be honest. There's a lot of Democratic conventions with low morals that actually people go to.
Look, there's a lot of hate for Sanders. I don't know why they hate those guys.
Because he runs his damn mouth too much. How about that?
Well, and he has bad character.
Patrick said, "Keep Tom away from Texas, please."
No. Let him jump back on.
Well, I don't even know what his criteria is anymore.
And I mean, when you kick journalists out of your press conference because you don't like something they wrote, I think that's
wrong.
I mean, we still read the liberals, and those same liberals have taken personal attacks on me and my wife, calling my wife a mail-order bride and all kind of other crap. Which, you know what? If you could get a woman like her, you would be ordering her right now. So,
but what is your criteria
for?
Well, because you flip flop all over the place on the teams that you support. I'm just trying to figure out what you judge by, because it can't be wins, or you would still be on the Texas bandwagon.
Okay, isn't this America?
Yes, this is.
That's what I thought. I can do whatever I want.
You sure can.
But it's a direct question, Kamala.
I'm asking what your reasoning is behind the decision.
Kamala.
So just depending
like I'm a Mizzou fan because that's where I went.
I'm an LSU fan. Come live, die. They barely won. I don't care. If they would have lost, I'm still an LSU fan.
I had never been a college football fan.
I bleed purple and gold.
I rooted for Texas Tech because they were the
There you
nearby
go.
college.
See, there's
However,
the reason.
I've recently become a Longhorn fan. I kind of
See,
got into
there you
that
go.
through
But,
relationship.
and what's the reason?
Because Patrick told her to.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, but what I'm getting at is here's the reason. Here's the reason. I told you my reason.
And you know what? My wife.
Tom's reason is I can do what I want.
Right.
Well, that makes no sense.
My wife is not a football fan, but when she goes to the games, she gets excited. And she told you.
Yep.
Saturday, I was cussing, and she said, "We're going to church tomorrow."
That's exactly what she said.
Yes, we're going to church. All right, let me get to the tweet of the day. Tweet of the day this morning being brought to you by Platinum Auto Services in Carlsbad. Find them professional mechanics you can trust. They do simple things, oil changes to keep your engine running clean. They do window tinting. They can take care of all your tires and accessories. But something more than that, they do diagnostic work, and they have professional mechanics on duty that are ASE certified. They use the best of parts, quality parts. They can, do the diagnostic work, find out what's wrong with the vehicle. They do AC services, alignments, so much more. Find them 606 South Canal in Carlsbad or 575-689-6900. I love when somebody looks at a situation and then flips the script on the liberals, like Secretary of Energy, Secretary Granholm. So here's a guy, his name is Representative Sessions. He's from Texas. Mm-hmm. He's a representative from Texas. Mm-hmm. Talking about this program that the government has where we actually give heating away to poor individuals. So how do you think they heat people's homes, Blake?
Do
you think it's wind and solar?
Well, that's what they want to tell you, but
because
you can, but it's you can't solely rely on that. The technology isn't there for that.
The
yet.
Secretary of Energy was talking about greenhouse gases and the oil and gas industry. And so Representative Sessions said, well, what about your government program? What about your government program that uses diesel? Diesel.
It's kind of like.
And he said, here's the deal. Natural gas is cleaner. And for the environment, if that's what you're looking into, is much cleaner. Here's part of that.
Into this, we're dumping billions of gallons of a home heating fuel into the Northeast rather than going to a clean solution. So you're talking about all these great things that happened, but this government, for the last 4 years, and President Obama dumped billions of gallons of home heating fuel into the air. And yet you're sitting here talking about what a threat all this is that the energy companies are doing. Why don't you tell us about LIHEAP?
Well, LIHEAP keeps the lights on for poor
I know
families.
it does.
It's a really important safety
I know it
net
is.
for poor
So
families.
what have you done to turn that needle around
Well, let me
when you're
tell you.
trying to take care, when you want to ban natural gas?
What we want to do is to make sure that poor families have the same ability to
I agree with
weatherize
that.
their homes, for example, as wealthy people. So one of the programs that's under our jurisdiction
Natural gas is far cheaper.
weatherization. Natural gas is cheap right now. You are very correct.
And it
about
has
that.
been.
But what I'm saying,
And it's cleaner, which is your main thesis. All right.
Oh, he took it to her.
Yeah. He kind of went, you're a hypocrite. And
Well, she is.
But what exactly have you done? What exactly have you done? All right, thought for the day on the way. We're going to get to the price of oil. We'll also return Tom and the text. Start prepping now. 6:52 morning show being brought to you by Latte and Thriftway. Some of the specials going on this week. Pork, baby back ribs, $2.88 a pound. Beef, chuck roast. Our steak, just $4.99 a pound. Black and red plums, just $1.99 a pound. Oh, I left this one out. Jumbo drumsticks, 79 cents a pound. From the deli, you can find corner shop cut beef bologna for $4.79 a pound. Off the bone ham, $4.99 a pound. You can also find big savings if you're looking for refreshments. How about Coca-Cola? 3 12-packs, 3 6-packs for $12. That includes Dr. Pepper, Sprite, and other flavors. And Shiner Bock, 12-pack, 12-ounce bottles, $13.99. Find these specials and more. Latte and Thriftway. You can find them in Carlsbad. Tom on the text. Quickly.
All right. Texas says, sure, Tom, you're allowed to do what you want. But you also said this is America, and the listeners are allowed to talk some smack about you also. I invite them to. I ain't got no problem. And Leroy says, Tom's new name is Tomala, it says the texter. All right.
Yeah,
I do like that. Actually.
He's a flip-flopper just like Colum.
Just like B,
Yeah.
he's a flip-flopper too.
No, I'm not a flip-flopper.
Yeah.
I stand by my values, Tom.
What did he flip flop on?
He's no longer Republican.
That doesn't make you a flip flopper.
He's a flip-flopper.
I'm a conservative.
He's a
I
Tonga.
don't think that means what you think it means.
And by the way, being a conservative, did you see the Republican Party of Lee County not invite me because I'm not a Republican? Because they know I'm a conservative. They know where I stand. They know what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if
flip flop means
You're
you
way.
say, my favorite team is Texas. Oh no, my favorite team is Colorado. That's a flip flop.
I'm way more conservative than you are or will ever be.
I'm conservative.
You're a flip-flopper.
But I also see both sides too. You don't see both sides.
No, I do see both sides. I choose to be on one side. I see a failing system and choose not to go there. But
it's like you, B. You got off that wagon because you never they were going to lose. Like LSU, why don't you stay on that wagon when they lose?
I've never left the damn wagon. You bandwagon flip flopping
wagon.
When did he leave the LSU wagon?
I never have.
That's what I'm saying.
Win, lose.
He shouldn't leave the LSU like he's.
And when did I did?
But he did leave the Republican Party.
And that's my choice.
So you should stay on there too.
Why?
Win or lose, brother.
And why is it your business?
Win or lose.
Why is it your business?
Look,
well, you called me a flip flopper first. Hello.
Look,
because you are.
Once you if you join a party, like in New Mexico, you have to register
right
as a party or decline to stay. When you join a party, if they no longer represent things that you believe in, you should be able to leave it. You're not assigned a party at birth.
I mean, so are you a big backer of Hitler? You were going to be in my party, and that's it. You must be.
Apples and oranges. Here we go.
No,
again.
it's a political party.
It's a political.
So let me ask you a question, Tom. Have you always voted blue, or have you always voted red, or have you voted blue? Some
always
years
voted red. Ever since
I'm
not
always
buying
voted
it.
red.
I'm not
Okay.
buying it. I am not buying it.
1980 was my first.
I believe he's
first
probably always been a straight party ticket voter.
Yep, you're right.
Because someone said you must vote this, and
Yeah.
he does.
Yeah.
Right.
Nicky Jam. If you haven't ever heard of Nicky Jam is a Latin music performer. He's a superstar. Nicky Jam is huge in the Latin American, and it's more Puerto Rican music than that type of that genre. And so he went to the Trump rally, and here's what he had to say. Trump brings him on stage. And here's what he had to say.
I'm glad he came up. It's an honor to me to meet you, Mr. President. People that come from where I come from, they don't meet the president, so I'm lucky. I'm gonna say this, but we need you. We need you back, right? We need you to be the president. And apart from that, I gotta say this in Spanish. Han pasado 4 años y no ha pasado nada. Necesitamos a Trump.
Wow.
Let's make America great again.
So basically,
All right, Tom, what did he say?
He says, we need you back.
Well, I heard that in English.
he said for the past 4 years,
Nothing
has happened. We need Trump back. And he was speaking, he said it in Spanish to relate to his culture, to tell them, to talk directly to them.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
ABC, Philly did the interview. Have you ever heard of Brian Taff? Big time interviewer?
Nope.
You've never heard of Brian Taff? It's good that she gave the local the opportunity, but
Well,
I mean,
it is.
But she should also be on.
Well, if you do the local thing, a lot of politicians are under the assumption if they do a local, it only stays in that area.
Right.
They don't have to worry
this
about
guy is trying to make a name for himself,
Sure.
but he asked her a direct question. Tom, I want you to listen to this and translate at what point she talked about bringing prices down.
About bringing down prices and making life more affordable for people.
Yeah.
What are 1 or 2 specific things you have in mind for that?
Well, I'll start with this. I grew up a middle-class kid. My mother raised my sister and me. She worked very hard. She was able to finally save up enough money to buy our first house when I was a teenager. I grew up in a community of hardworking people, you know, construction workers and nurses and teachers. And I try to explain to some people who may not have had the same experience, you know, but a lot of people will relate to this. You know, I grew up in a neighborhood of folks who were very proud.
So
in Canada.
Did she answer the question about bringing prices down?
No. She grew up in middle America.
That's her rehearsed answer.
Yeah.
That's the exact same answer she gave at the debate.
And so you guys are thinking that this is a great candidate that's gonna fight China and Putin.
Well, but I also want to point out that there are several lies that she's telling
Sure.
in that.
Correct.
Right? Okay. So, but there's also several generalities. I can say I grew up in a community that had workers and nurses and teachers.
That doesn't mean that I was a worker.
Because
nurse, or
every
teacher.
community
Sure.
has that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Her home that she's talking about was $1 million home when she was a teenager.
In Vancouver.
In Vancouver, Canada.
Yes. Yes.
That's not middle class.
So she never answered the question. So we do not know how she's going to bring prices down. We don't know. ABC, Martha Raddick came out and she actually acknowledged that there are 9 states out there when it comes to abortions. Here's what she had to say on Friday.
Vice President Harris did not make clear whether she supports any restrictions on abortion. Currently, 9 states and the District of Columbia have no gestational ban on abortions.
So ABC lied,
Mm-hmm.
and the young lady that was the
Linda Wagner,
the sorority
Linda
sister
Davis.
of
yeah,
Kamala.
she has admitted that they were going to censor Donald Trump and fact check him, but not Kamala Harris.
Well, that
was planned in advance.
But that was her sorority sister. She would never do that.
Yeah. All right, some of the other things. Biden was at the Black Caucus, the big dinner. We'll hear from Biden continuing to lie. And Tim Awals talks about how do you fix the prices? How do you and J.D. Vance preparing for the debate. When's that debate coming up?
This week, isn't it?
Is it this week? Price. I think it's this week.
I think it's this week.
All right, Price of Oil this morning being brought to you by Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers and Cud Energy Services. They are hiring, and right now they have a service supervisor and training program. They're looking for candidates, must have a CDL. They're looking for diesel mechanics, electric technicians, equipment operators, and you must have a CDL to become an equipment operator with them, and they're looking for pressure pump hands. You'll receive excellent pay. Best benefit package around, and housing's available if you need it. Equal opportunity employer, drug-free employer. Text Oilfield to 63566 or go to the website greatoilfieldjobs.com.
West Texas Intermediate, $69.06. $71.96 for Brent crude, and the price of natural gas, $2.28.
KWMW Maljamara 105.1 FM. Got a lot of things to get to. It's already 7:02. Thought for the day being brought to you by Wakefield Oil. Dependable, boom or bust. They are there for you. Really doesn't matter if things are cooking in the oil field or things have slowed down. They get out there and deliver oil and gas products to you. And what I mean by that, if you're sitting on location and you're running off a generator, because they are not running off of Sunshine pumped in. I'm just saying, they're running off of diesel.
Right.
If you need gas, they've got it, interstate batteries, whatever it is, they deliver to you on location. Check them out. WakefieldOil.com. Close to 40 years ago, Wendell Wakefield brought the family to New Mexico. Thought for the day in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield. Thought for the day is, I marked the end of summer by switching from vodka to whiskey drinks. It is my thought
Welcome
for the
to
day.
the club.
Tom and the text.
All right, this is Blake. I guess we're talking to you on this one. Blake, shut the blank up. You know it all. Stay strong, Tom, says the text.
Yeah, stay strong, Tom. Quit being a flip-flopper.
Yeah, whatever. And I'm with you, Tom. I've always voted straight ticket because a man named Rush Limbaugh.
Rush Limbaugh?
I don't think Rush advocated people not thinking.
I think he said both. I think because they always he
I just don't
promoted straight ticket.
I don't think he did.
Well, you listened to him for years.
I don't think he did. I don't think he advocated people not thinking.
No, he tried to promote thought. That was his whole show was based on.
So if you have, let me ask you this: if you have a sexual predator, a pervert, maybe a child molester that's a Republican, you're still going to vote straight ticket.
There we go, apples and oranges again.
It's a simple question, Tom.
I do not think that means what you think it means.
I know what it means.
Listen, you're banned from saying apples and oranges.
Yeah, I mean,
because he says apples and oranges when it's apples and apples and oranges and oranges.
Yes. Continue, please. We're late.
Uh-oh. My text stopped working.
Oh, dear sweet.
All right. Buddy said, how many times are they going to try to kill Trump? As many as they have to.
Right.
Well, I hope he gets a big bump because people wake up again and go, yeah, they're trying to take this guy out for a reason. He is a threat not to democracy, but a threat to them.
Correct. I agree. Where has Will gone? Someone is asking.
Will is trying to get Will straight. We spent Saturday with him, and Will was trying to proceed with his transplant. So, and Will got a company to run, and we can't talk about this, but we've got other things going on with MTD Radio, maybe in the near future, and be in the Breakfast Club. So Sit tight, buckle up, and wait for the news.
I believe Tom may be Haitian because his IQ is on par with theirs. You know, I love Tom, and I agree with you, Kathy. Kathy says, I've always liked Tom and defended him, but it seems to be getting worse and worse. And if I did my job the way he does his job, I would have been fired a long time ago. Gots to be more
Kathy,
careful.
aren't you like a crane operator or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be,
Yeah,
that would be bad.
Someone said, oh, I agree. Congratulations to the Lovington Wildcats. Awesome game Friday versus Roswell. Keep it up and stay classy, unlike the teams you boys play, which I will agree. Also, the refs should be ashamed of themselves. I know you can't see everything, but dang, they're going to get someone hurt. You know, back to
what
back,
happened?
they were calling absolutely ridiculous, I guess they're called fouls, where they throw in the yellow flag.
Yeah.
Penalties against Lovington. I mean, at one point they were like 1 in like 72. Like they gave them like back-to-back penalties, and Lovington was like okay.
False start penalties.
False start penalties, just crap penties. Like you couldn't even see. Like,
well, but the
I don't
Lovington
understand
coach
how
did
the refs
speak to
saw
that
it.
and said that they did have false starts.
Yeah,
those were legit.
Okay.
And the coach said that's one of the things that they got to really work on this week.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, they're number 1 in 5A, by the way. And they'll
They are.
play Artesia in 2
They
weeks,
played
probably for the
so
district
well.
championship.
You know, watching this team played, I was just watching this team play, watching them play Friday night. I was telling my dad just last night, they remind me of one of those football movies where, like, you know, they overcome things, and it's just so tender.
And sometimes,
I love high school
sometimes that
personal
you just,
fouls is what Patrick said. Yeah,
I mean, sometimes you know, especially in smaller schools,
yes,
you get that
heart
group of kids that just grow up together, play together, and then all of a sudden they're able to
they dominate.
do good things.
Absolutely.
Democrats fear Trump surge with the male voters. That's what they're really, really worried about. Polling numbers are coming out, and men are just like, real men are like, I can't vote for Kamala.
Correct.
And
you know what? A big surge with African-American men.
Well, I think they realize there's no substance in Kamala's campaign.
I mean, you look at Tim Awol's. I'll talk about his wife coming up in the next break. By God, she's weird. I know they tried to say J.D. Vance is weird.
Again, it comes to projection with them. Whatever their criticism of their opponents is,
that's them.
It's always them.
Yep. No officers injured in the incident. Suspect injured and now in custody. Another shooting in Santa Fe. Santa Fe is getting
the spillover from
Albuquerque. That's exactly. Independent probe finds that, yes, migrants are eating cats, dogs, and geese. So this is a independent survey after the hysteria about the Haitians. That somebody did a video in Houston that said, look, it's not just the Haitians. They were actually barbecuing some animals. They flipped over a shopping cart, and they were using the grate as a grill. New Mexico State Fair livestock sale sets a record. It is not even close to Hobbs, Lee County, and Eddy County. So officials at the New Mexico State Fair Junior Livestock Sale has set a state record. I think it's a fair record. Total amount $740,000.
Sad, dude. Yeah, they're several $100,000 behind both Lee and Eddy County.
Yes. And one shot and killed near Big Five Sporting Goods in Albuquerque over the weekend. Police are investigating after a person was shot and killed by Big Five, not in Big Five, but near Big Five in Albuquerque. One person was taken into custody. Police officers found one person dead at the scene. 7:09. I got a lot of things to get to. I promise you I will get to it all. We'll talk more about the assassination. What is your biggest fear? That is the question of the day. National anthem and the pledge still to come. Also, the thought for the day and more. Morning show this morning being brought to you by North Star Laundry, one-stop shop for all your laundry. If you work hard and don't have time to wash, dry, and fold, I get it. They can take care of all of that. They can also dry clean everything, starch it up, keep you looking good. Now, if you want to wash, dry, and fold your own clothes, they have coin-operated machines at all their location. 609 West Lee and 604 West Church in Carlsbad and 406 West Cedar in Loving. Tom, quickly, and I do mean quickly.
All right. This texter says, I had some drivers hired. If they were Cubans, they would cook cat food. This texter, saying, and for meals, not the animals, but they would eat their food. It says
the cat food.
The cat food. Yeah.
Whatever gets you through the day, I guess. Hey, I'm just saying.
Well, if they came from Cuba, that's...
If we keep going in the direction we're going...
we're going to be just like it.
We'll be just like that.
This is coming from a Hobbs Eagle. Those Lovington Wildcats are putting in some work. My hat's off to them. Go get them, boys. I agree.
They are bad. Beat Roswell Friday night, so yeah. You don't beat Roswell unless you're pretty good, and they're pretty good. They're pretty good this year. And you guys should pull up the bills. The governor is wanting to pass, says the texter.
To speak of
break
which
it down
one?
so people can see the hidden agenda. People you vote for. People vote yes because voters believe money is going to the kids and law enforcement, says the text.
I will agree with them.
Another texter says, hey, everyone is, come on. Everyone loves the story of the Wildcats boys playing this year. They'd freak out. Been together since the third grade, played New Mexico and
cool.
Texas teams growing up and got beat up in the fifth grade and still never quit. Numerous championships through the years. They are special for sure. By the way, they are the defending 4A champions. They won't be able to defend it.
That's what it
makes
takes.
It better.
Yeah. All right, 7:12. Let's get updated. Find out what's going on with news. We'll give you a chance to qualify for we're doing the trip to go see the Cowboys.
Yes, we have two different things going today. We're registering for the Cowboys ticket still, and we're also registering for the cash blowout, which starts
I
today.
hate to speak of another station, but I did see that another group was giving something away.
Copycatters.
No,
not even close.
No. So, I mean, is Taylor Swift really, is she popular among country fans?
Not anymore.
No.
Not anymore.
At one time.
No. So way to go, guys. Keep it up. You want to know why you keep getting your ass kicked.
She's very popular among tweens and teenage girls.
She's very popular amongst, I'll be very specific, teenage girls.
Yeah.
Can I say homosexual?
Yes.
Homosexual boys.
Okay.
And middle-aged women.
Yeah.
And women who are extremely
Keep it up,
upset
guys.
at their exes.
Far
That's
left.
who she relates to.
Yeah, keep
Absolutely.
it up. All right, we're going to get updated with news. Already 7:13. We're late. News this morning being brought to you by State Representative District 61, Randy Pettigrew, reminding you this governor keeps coming up with these new ideas. I saw a post that the governor put up yesterday. Oh, a tragic event, a high-speed chase through Santa Fe. You don't care unless it happens right there next to you.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
That's the only reason, because you keep letting the same violent criminals out of jail. Randy Pettigrew, on the other hand, has fought for real criminal reform in this state.
Yep.
If you're in District 61, have never talked to Randy Pettigrew, and maybe you just moved here, you've got a great representative. Great representative. Do you need more information? You know, we got a special session coming up. We'll inform you. Randy will inform you also. Go to the website, randallpettigrew.com. Message paid for it by Randy Pettigrew. Giving you a chance to qualify for the Cowboys. We'll give cash away. And we're not giving away Taylor Swift tickets on a country station. You can count your blessings for that. It's already 7:14.
The only thing matters is a win. That's it. However, whatever it takes. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown!
Call in at 877-396-9105.
MTD Radio News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Get the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. An infant reported missing last month was found dead September 6th in a remote area of Eddy County. The Eddy County Sheriff's Office reported about 4 p.m. on Friday the remains were found at a remote area on State Road 137, also known as Queen Highway. Police are in contact with the parents and anyone believed involved in the child's life. Police are investigating the case as a homicide and ask for anyone with information to contact the Eddy County Sheriff's Office, Detective Sergeant Edward Aranda at 575-887-7551. The Carlsbad Municipal School District will hold a regularly scheduled meeting starting at 6 p.m. on Tuesday. On the agenda for discussion is a new board policy on the weighted GPA for accelerated placement courses and a new board policy on high school and college dual credit program. Also on the agenda is a scheduled closed-door executive session. With the help of Estacado Federal Credit Union, the Lovington Police Department is now the first police department in the state of New Mexico to be recognized as a certified autism center by the International Board of Credentialing and Continuing Education Standards. Estacado Credit Union made about a $3,700 donation so everyone in the Lovington Police Department could receive the training to make certification possible. This training is a significant step forward in enhancing interactions with autistic and sensory-sensitive members of the Lovington community and encompasses scenario-based training designed to equip officers and staff with the necessary skills for understanding, communicating with, and assisting the neurodiverse community effectively. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
Attention, Lee County. Did you know that Lee County Electric Cooperative is more than just your electricity provider? We're dedicated to empowering our community and investing in our youth. This year, we're proud to sponsor 2 students for the Government in Action Youth Tour in Washington, D.C. It's a week-long, all-expenses-paid adventure filled with learning and leadership opportunities. Don't miss out. Apply now. The deadline is October 4th, 2024. For more details, visit lcecnet.com or give us a call at 575-396-3631. Lee County Electric Cooperative, empowering our community, lighting up our future.
You deserve to enjoy your health. You deserve to enjoy your passions. We're here to make that easy. If you're over 65, Medicare is yours, and New Mexico Aging Services is your expert, unbiased guide to finding the best plan for you at no charge. So instead of navigating Medicare on your own, spend your time doing what you love. We'll help you get the care you need to keep doing it. Medicare, make it yours today. 2024 open enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. Get started today at aging.nm.gov/Medicare. This announcement was paid for in part by Grant 2201 NMMDR from the Administration for Community Living, sponsored by this station and the NMBA.
Get ready for the Yucca Blossom Trade Days Summer's End Extravaganza, coming to the Artesia Center, 612 North 8th Street, Saturday, September 21st from 9 to 6, and Sunday, September 22nd from 11 to 4 in Artesia, New Mexico. Shop a wide variety of vendors to make the most of summer ending with fall and the holidays just around the corner. Plus, don't forget to check out the Yucca Blossom silent auction with proceeds to benefit the Tony De La Rosa family. Don't miss the Yucca Blossom Trade Days Summer's End Extravaganza at the Artesia Center, September 21st and 22nd, 612 North 8th Street.
PMC Outlet, also known as The Shack, is located at 3106 East Green Street on the Hobbs Highway in Carlsbad and is well worth the drive. PMC's The Shack is a local family-owned indoor grow facility. They have low outlet pricing every day with farm-to-table delivery. They also have plenty of truck and trailer parking. You can find them online at pmccultivators.com or give them a call today, 575-988-8704. The Shack is open Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., and on Fridays, 8 to 6. Must be 21 years of age or older or 18 with a medical card.
Hey, Danny Kelly here at the big store, Permian Chevy Buick GMC Nissan. You know, I keep hearing people talk about how they believe they can get a better deal in Texas. Well, let me make it clear to everyone. You can't. No Texas dealer will ever beat Permian. Our prices are the lowest guaranteed. I'll beat any Texas deal on any new vehicle, or I'll go get it for you for free. On top of that, I'm also going to throw in a free lifetime powertrain warranty for anybody that buys and services with us. And you can take that Permian promise to the bank. So before you go driving, spending time, money, and valuable resources to chase a fairy tale, remember, shop local and save big. The only thing bigger in Texas are the prices. So if you need a great deal on a newer pre-owned vehicle and you want to make it fast, fun, and easy, just come down to Permian Chevy Buick GMC Nissan, 701 West Navajo Drive in Hobbs.
I'm Danny Kelly, and I approve this message.
W105, be in the Breakfast Club. Tom A. has lost his mind, so you don't have to.
You seem particularly triggered right now.
Call now, 877-396-W105.
He's a friend of mine. Friend with a big mouth.
Let's go, G!
Justin Timberlake's birthday today. We thought we would do a song about public safety. Getting Justin.
Even if you've had one drink, don't get behind the wheel of a car.
Yeah.
So many alternatives. Take an Uber, take a taxi, even one drink. Don't get behind the wheel of a car.
I'm bringing safety back.
Yeah.
Drinking and driving is no way to act.
No.
Call
like
a
it.
cab or get the Uber app.
Yeah.
Owe your lawyer lots of jack.
By the way, Justin not guilty on Friday. He pled not guilty. Well, pled guilty on Friday and got some probation. He will do public service messages and apologized at the courthouse. Justin Timberlake, drinking and driving, not smart. And, when you got money like that, hire somebody to be your driver.
Uber.
I mean, I say about the football players, same thing. Come on now. You've got millions. Why are you drinking and driving? That
They
makes
feel
zero
invincible,
sense.
B, that's why.
It's what?
They feel invincible.
I guess, but they're not.
Well, maybe.
So,
I mean, that's the only reason I can think of them going to a party driving themselves.
I wouldn't.
No,
I got
'cause
lots of money.
When I have friends that wanted to go to a party, I'd say I'll be the designated driver, and that took care of that.
Yeah. All right, 877-396-W105, your chance to win cash. Yes, we're doing a two for cash and Cowboys. We'll give you a chance to qualify. We'll hear from Joe Biden in a second. He was at the Black Caucus dinner and spoke out, very offended by Donald Trump and some of the things that Donald Trump has been saying about Haitians. That's a reason to go shoot him.
So more of this escalating rhetoric.
Yes. Yes.
Lester Holt just had it wrong from where it's coming from.
Right. No doubt. Check of the weather this morning. We're talking about a pretty decent day today. Weather this morning being brought to you by our buddies that look after the working folks. WWRV times3.com, 988-0392. They've got a beautiful, beautiful place and 3 locations. And if you're a working folk and looking for a quiet place to get some rest, they offer 30 and 50 amps available, all your utilities included for one low price, and that does include high-speed internet. They're pet-friendly, very well lit up. Find them on the web, WWRV times3.com or 988-0392. Think about it. I mean, you work hard, and from time to time, you'd like to sleep a little bit. You're looking for a great place, WWRV times3.com. Weather for the day, we are going to be warm today, up to about 89. Not that bad, though. Clear skies tonight, 66. Back up to 90 tomorrow. Chance of rain tomorrow night, early evening, like a 20% chance. And then we're back in the 90s, 93 coming up on Wednesday. So I don't think we'll get above 93 for the rest of the week. But, the only shot at rain we have coming tomorrow night, and it's only a 20% chance of the wet stuff. All right, number 877-396-W105, Tom and the text.
Original Tom Hader is chiming in. I wouldn't trust Tom A. as the designated driver. He can't drive, period, says the texter. Okay. And look at the 1994 Crime Bill Act, says the texter.
Yeah,
under Clinton.
Yeah, but do you know who penned that bill?
Senator Biden, this texter saying,
yes,
incarcerated more people of color, but they still vote blue.
I mean, did I record in that
it's
soundbite?
Racist. I mean,
did I record in that soundbite?
Again, all those allegations that they hurl at other folks are always what they truly are.
You know who also threw in a bunch of African Americans into jail? You have any idea who that would be? That would be Kamala. I'm looking for the cut. I posted it up yesterday, but I post so much stuff up that from time to time, and I didn't record it in. But Kamala Harris, I mean, she was called lock a brother up.
That's right. Black men in particular, she targeted.
Yeah, she targeted. So here,
and she is married to a white guy.
When she was the AG in California, a Negro knew, a black man knew that he was dead in the water. He was dead in the water. Matter of fact, you don't need a trial. You might well go into jail if you appear before her, because she took pride in locking up black folk. And now all of a sudden she's trying to be sister girl. I'm telling it. Check out her record. She locked us up left and right. Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Yes, she did. Can I get an amen?
Amen, brother.
Yeah, I knew I had it. I just couldn't find it.
Facts are curious things, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. You know, that's the thing. And Kamala Harris believes that we're stupid and we do not have. Yeah, we can't fact check her. Of course, the media will not fact check her.
No, and they are actively trying to take things like that down off the internet.
Yeah, they will not fact check her because that would be too difficult.
Google will censor your searches. They've already admitted it. So if you're trying to search for particular things on Kamala, those are things that they're going to start tagging so that they never show you.
I mean, think about this. You can't even have a moderator at a debate be fair.
Not from some of those organizations.
That's pretty.
There are fair moderators out there. They just haven't used them.
I think the next debate, Trump should get a moderator and Kamala. It's sad that we have to go to that.
Yeah.
But the ethics and scruples and character and journalist ethics are out the window.
And it's one of the things that drove me crazy that they're flying out the window fast. And local media are some of the last bastions of holding journalism ethics, but I even see that deteriorating.
Yeah. A recent study finds Denver the most overworked city in America, and we're not sure about the people, but the bongs in Denver are definitely being overworked. Another top 10 overworked city is San Francisco. Shut up. Shut the back door.
I don't believe this survey.
By the way, the street sweepers are probably overworked cleaning up human poop and syringes.
I guess it depends on who they talk to. Huh?
Yeah. New ABC poll shows that voters aren't any more likely to back Kamala Harris after the last week's debate. And but luckily, Kamala always has the dead vote. She is polling well among dead people.
Well, I think they know that was all rehearsed. It was all scripted, and it was one-sided.
Yeah.
Now, do I think Donald Trump had a good performance? No, I don't.
No, I think he could have done much better. Elf star Benji Gregory, who was in the TV show Elf, found dead in Arizona. He was only 46 years old.
He was the son.
Yeah, he was the son, and heat exposure led to his death. They are saying Chad McQueen, son of Hollywood legend Steve McQueen, died Wednesday. He was 63 years old. And a brand new study out of Australia claims that there could be a connection between your belly fat and the various aches and pains happening in the rest of your body. And they're saying belly fat could bring on chronic pain. Tommy, you hurting today?
I've hurt before.
He complains about pain a lot.
He does. Some of the things that the most unhealthy menu items when it comes to fast foods. Five Guys, unhealthiest cheeseburger. Whataburger also did make the list, right?
Oh, it's good.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Whataburger also.
For what?
Popeye, Whataburger, the Smash.
The Smash Burger?
Yeah. Popeye's, the chicken sandwich, is the unhealthiest. Popeyes.
That's what they're famous for.
Yeah, chicken nuggets are very unhealthy. the Fat Burger had the unhealthiest vanilla shake, whatever the Fat Burger. I'm not familiar with the Fat Burger. But you're probably slowly killing yourself if you've ever binge eaten before. Tom, have you ever binge eaten?
Never.
Look, I binge ate before. I have sat down and ate a whole damn bag of white powdered donuts. In fact, I did it on Thursday.
You ever eaten a whole bag of chips?
Do you just sit there and just eat one right after the other?
I think if you're watching things like on TV and stuff, that you're mind numb and you're just in the past.
You know, I can do that with chips.
That's what I'm saying. Have you never eaten a whole bag of chips?
No, he's not a binge eater.
The small bag.
Yeah, I mean, which is a bunch of crap, because I have actually heard the Chinese buffet owner going, "You get out of here, no profit this week."
Going back to the text line, somebody said that they went to go eat at the Chinese restaurant and they saw a picture of Tom and they said it was customer of the year. They haven't even been open a month.
Well, it is good.
Hey, you know, I want to go there.
It's a good value and it's good.
Yeah, Tom.
And, you know, they made me, again, I don't know why, but they made me, again, a special plate of...
You don't know why.
I don't know why.
Did you ask for it?
I did. They didn't have it. And I said,
you asked for it, right?
Well,
so that's why.
Well, they had
now you know
broccoli
why.
with pepper steak, and I didn't like broccoli. So a few moments later, he delivered me a, you know.
I have never seen a vegetable that I've liked. I'm not.
I can tell you why, because you asked for it and they have good customer service.
Well, if they do that, I'm going back.
I don't like broccoli. I don't eat broccoli.
Oh, I dig broccoli.
Yeah,
me too.
So
my
good.
wife loves broccoli.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
so good.
Yeah.
They have
I'm going to say this, broccoli don't like her.
Steamed. I don't think it likes any of us, honestly. But I like it in all forms, like raw, like steamed, you know.
With
put in
cheese,
recipes.
Filipinos eat broccoli
so good.
and broccoli and cabbage
together.
Holy
not
crap.
together. I mean,
Both of those will get
actually
you.
together, because that's one of the veggie ingredients in a lot of the Chinese dishes.
Oh, broccoli. Ugh.
So wait, does your wife cook kimchi?
Kimchi, I don't know what that is.
That's Korean.
It's Korean, but I mean, I know it's like flows with
It depends on what it,
kimchi.
Kimchi.
Them Koreans don't like Filipinos.
I have made kimchi.
Well, no, actually, rewind, because I thought kimchi was Japanese.
What the hell is a Filipino?
What?
A Filipino.
Filipino?
Filipino. He always says that. The Koreans don't like Filipinos.
What's a Filipino?
Filipino. A person's Filipino.
Filipino.
If that was a woman, that would be a Filipina.
Yeah. Pino Pit's in the neighborhood.
Apples and oranges, Tom.
Pinot. All right. Ben
and Jerry.
Yeah.
New flavor.
Yeah, the
Kamala's Coconut Jubilee.
And by the way, that all stems from Kamala talking about was it Gen Zers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, saying, "What is the matter with you? Did you climb a coconut tree?"
Yeah.
That's where that came from.
Kamala's Coconut Jubilee, Ben and Jerry.
Can't wait.
I actually coconut's one of my favorite flavors. So
I think that's a little bitter.
It's only available in their biggest markets.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're not going to get it here.
Worried about it.
No, you won't get it here.
2 men are now in custody and charged with murdering 2 people and their dog in Lubbock. 26-year-old Justin Ellman and 23-year-old Joshua Ellman have been charged with shooting deaths of a 55-year-old Angel Ellman and Linda Hernandez, 47 years old, and their dog. The dog's name was Monster, by the way.
Aww.
And Lubbock police obtained the arrest warrants on both these men, and efforts with the Texas Anti-Gang Center Forensic Unit working hard. Justin and Joshua Ullman were already in custody at the Lubbock Detention Center on other charges. Now they are charged with murder, and it doesn't say if it's capital murder, but I'm sure it is going to be, and cruelty to a non-livestock animal. And they are both currently been held on a $400,000 bond. I would think that would have been more. I would have thought that would have been more, $400,000 for murder. And I don't know if
you know what my question on that story is, and it never said, what kind of dog was it?
Yeah, it
That's
didn't
my
say.
question.
Did you guys see the middle of the day, Friday? Friday was a crazy day for me because we went to buy a car. I had a car and went to pay for it, and both my bank accounts, the Zelle, Tom, you know what Zelle is?
It's a bank account.
No, it's a way to pay people or pay bills.
Money transfer.
It's a money transferring, and it's part of your bank. So my Allied bank would not allow me to send money. And we're sitting there at the title company ready to transfer the title and nada. And I'm on the phone with them. And then Capital One, the same thing, locked me out. And the only local bank I have, Pioneer, I wasn't able to transfer money into it. So I'm on the phone with two people in another damn country that I can barely understand. And I'm yelling and screaming, and all they do is, well, we need to make sure you are who you are. I gave you my social. I gave you my address. Do you want blood type?
Right.
I mean, what else do you need? Fix this so I can pay these people. So I wrote them both.
Well, what did they want that you weren't providing?
Well,
to prove?
That I went to my email and I proved, I checked on that, yes, this is me. But then at one point they said it's on the other end. Their bank has blocked you from sending them money, which I'm like, why would a bank block somebody from sending money? Taking money out, yes, but sending, no. So anyway, to this day, both of them, I did test yesterday, and I sent $20 to my son just to test it. Capital One is working. Ally is never working. So I'm going to call today. But I have been going to the bank every day and taking money out. So I think I'm now up to like $2,300 or $2,500 or whatever. It's like,
and they set a low limit.
Yeah. It is so frustrating that I have money. It's my money. Give me my damn money.
Right. It's to the point like they protect you so much, they're protecting you from yourself.
Yes.
Well.
And God bless.
When we bought our house, because I always take money out and I keep it in a safe.
Yeah.
And so we had what we were going to use for a down payment. I had cash, and they said, well, you can't have cash. And I was like, what do you mean you can't have cash?
No.
It's got to be in the bank. Well, okay. Well, and you can't just put it in the bank, or they want to know where you got it from.
Right. Yeah, the government. You know, when I bought the RV and I went and took the money out of the bank, I had to fill out a paper and explain what I was taking my own money out of the bank for.
But yeah,
that's why systematically, and God, you can call me whatever you want to call me, systematically, I'm taking all money out the banks.
Well, they wanted they had to have proof that I took money out of my account. And so I had to give them like a couple of years worth of account monthly balances.
Yeah, I mean,
to
it's
show
your money, but you got to prove to the government.
This was to prove to the people that were giving you the home loan?
Yeah. And so, I mean, we put a lot down, but
right.
It was because I put that amount of cash back in the bank.
Yeah.
They wanted it because I had it out.
It's almost against the law to have cash.
Yes.
Right.
I was just going to take it to closing, and they're like, we can't do that.
Yeah. It's almost against the law.
Okay, well, I will take it and get a cashier's or a money order.
Yeah.
Well, it's a large amount, so you got to have record of where it came from.
Look, anything over $9,999.
Yep.
When we go back to the Philippines, I give the wife $9,999. Here, put that in your purse. And I carry a money belt, and I put the same amount because you don't have to declare that money. Anything over $10,000, you have to declare. Big amounts of money, they can. If you don't declare it, they can actually confiscate your money.
Well, and according to like the closing and stuff, their big amount of money, like, is any deposit over like $1,000. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
So. Yeah, the government.
So when I'm dropping 30,000 back
and
in there,
I understand they're drug lords that are trying to beat the system, but my money is my business. You shouldn't even. I'm waiting when we build our house in the Philippines. I sent probably in excess of $50,000 in cash. I'm waiting for the IRS to come back and ask. All right, looks like Nesbitt Middle School, scary and unexpected day. They have arrested one kid. And look, there was no firearm but I was watching that live, and a 7th grader, and they do release his name, which is highly unusual.
Yes.
Roland Alamaz, 7th grade student at Nesbitt Middle School. Today, his school was put on lockdown in the threat of a weapon or campus. By the way, he wasn't the person that was arrested. Said that I was confused at what was going on. But supposedly a kid mentioned verbally that that some kid had a gun. And that's when things went crazy in the school, when another kid yelled that a kid had a gun. And when that happened, police were called, and that kid has been taken into custody. Because you can't go to a school and yell that somebody has a gun.
Sure.
Shador,
and rightfully so.
Yeah, God bless. Shador Sanders refuses to shake hands with the Colorado State quarterback and said, "You can't F with me." Classy. Stay classy. Tim Walz' wife triggers an applause. If you haven't seen this, go. I was going to record it in, but you really have to see the visual. You really have to see the visual. It was a cringe moment with a anti-Trump hand gesture. Go look it up for yourself. Tim Walz' wife. And if you haven't seen her, can you imagine? She is a weirdo. Tim Walz is a weirdo.
Yes.
They're both very, very weird. And let me say, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, we have Gold Star families that still haven't received a call from those folks. Here's a great story about an 8-year-old boy who suffers from a very rare brain disorder and has a growth hormone deficiency, received a surprise of his lifetime getting a letter from Donald Trump.
Aww.
And a handwritten letter from Donald Trump. And this kid busted out into tears. And it's on the internet. You can go see the video. But that's something that people don't know or expect from Donald Trump.
Right.
But he continues to do stuff like this. And it's not for the publicity.
No.
Because he's been doing it most of his life. And everybody that hates Donald Trump now loved Donald Trump back in the day. That's a true story. Did you see the fight on stage, Jane's Addiction?
I did. Yeah.
What the hell was that about?
What it really boils down to is that the singer was upset at the sound guys because the instruments were drowning out the vocals.
Oh.
Well, so the guitarist and the singer kind of got into it. Little chest bump, little shoving action going on.
Yeah, they said
punch.
He threw it. I didn't see the punch, but
it was a pretty weak punch.
Yeah,
but
it was like
it
was like Obama when he threw out the baseball at the game, and in Michelle's pants.
Yeah.
You know, in the mom jeans. He went out there in the mom jeans, and
oh wow,
it was pretty weak. Yeah, it was pretty weak.
And so that was pretty much it. Now the wife of Perry Farrell said he looked pretty studly out there doing it.
Yeah,
it's Jane's Addiction, and they're a lot of fun no matter what.
Yeah. Another Michelle Lujan Gresham cabinet official is quitting the administration.
Adios.
So we know that the Secretary of, was it Education?
Recently, yes.
Yes. So a Secretary of Education was out. The CYFD Secretary left earlier in the year. And now Lujan Gresham loses another high-profile cabinet member. Jen Paul Schroeder stepped down. And the reason I have never heard a woman called Paul. Jen Paul Schroeder. I'm not judging you if you whatever.
Is it a hyphenated last name?
No,
maybe Paul Schroeder.
Yeah, maybe it is. Anyway, stepped down from her role for Aging and Long-Term Services Department. Schroeder was a key figure in Lujan Gresham administration since 2019, and has since stepped down. And if we go back, I would have to say this got to be, we're probably getting close to 20 in her 2 terms. Cabinet positions that have stepped down.
Right.
She has gone through more people than Kamala Harris, and that's saying a lot. Anti-Trump Republicans secure $35 million to fund Kamala Harris. We're talking about the Cheneys. George Will, would you call him a Republican?
No.
No. I saw that Riding with Kamala had posted up yesterday. Another Republican comes across. George Will.
Well, again, you can belong to a party, but not hold that party's beliefs.
Correct. So when it comes to being a conservative, Tom, you're for a lot of things that the Republicans don't stand for. Yeah. So it's that could be like George Will. All right, we're going to talk about people that in the country illegally getting to. We'll get to that. Taking out the trash away. It's already 7:46. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Hobbs Airfield Speedway. Hobbs Airfield Speedway. They're going to be running the diesels on October 4th and 5th. Straight diesels, daily driver, small tire, tailgate, True Street, Run What You Brung It, Junior Dragsters, and more. This is going to be the Pro Tree No Prep Shootout October 4th and 5th. Need information? Call Jamal this morning, 575-631-5099, or follow them Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Joe Biden was at the Black Caucus event over the weekend. Joe Biden talking about, yeah, you were better off. 4 years ago, you damn sure were better off.
We went big and we went bold, and yes, the result, yes, we are better off today than we were 4 years ago.
He's better off now than he was 4 years ago. I mean, because the payments kept coming from Hunter and the payments kept coming for Ukraine. So he is definitely better off. And when he talks about the Republicans are kind of trying to seize your power, I'm not buying into this. When he talks about voters losing their right to vote.
But again, that's always whatever they're lobbying against their opponent is what they're actually doing. We keep getting proven this over and over again.
Yeah.
So, Monica, I'm going to ask you this as a Hispanic female. You're a minority in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Are you smart enough to go get a driver's license?
Yes.
Okay. I was just checking because that is the way that they're trying to send this home, that minorities are not smart enough to get a voter ID.
Now, isn't that just white supremacy right there?
That is straight up racist.
Right.
I agree.
That is straight up racist.
And I think their whole idea with minorities and people of color is to just continue to dumb them down and make them believe like, oh, I'm Hispanic, or oh, I'm black, or oh, I'm African American, so I can't do that. And that is so wrong.
You know, for years, the Republican Party is basically, and thank God they're waking up, have told African Americans you can't survive without government assistance.
Yeah.
That's what the Democrat Party
Yeah,
said.
that's what they
right.
said.
That's right.
You cannot survive without government assistance. So I am so glad that people are waking up and going, I don't need you.
Yeah, you can't take care of yourself.
I don't need you to tell me how to vote.
You can't get a good job without us. You
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to equity, inclusion, and all that BS, and I'll take it back to a doctor. When you're having a life-saving operation, surgery,
you don't care.
Do you want a DEI candidate?
No.
Or do you want the best candidate?
The best doctor.
And we should go through life judging people based on they're the best candidate or not the best candidate.
And the content of their character.
Amen. So here's Joe Biden spreading more lies, of course. God bless him. I don't think he knows he's spreading the lies.
Seize your power. An extremist coming for your freedoms.
Kamala.
Make it harder to vote
Kamala.
and have your vote counted. Closing doors of opportunity.
Kamala.
Attacking affirmative action and the values of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Banning books.
Nobody's banned books. Look, Do you want your kid to go to school and learn about how to do certain things to I would say to somebody of the opposite sex or somebody of the same sex? I do not want my kids going to school and reading this filth.
Elementary age school children should be protected.
And by the way, nobody is banning books. If you want your kids to read those books, simply go on Amazon and buy the books for them.
Mm-hmm.
Schools should not be putting this stuff in the library. If you want your kid to learn about sexuality and about homosexuality, it's your kid. You can raise them whatever way you want, but the school system shouldn't.
Yeah. Nor should they be given permission to.
Amen.
I agree that there is a point in middle school where you learn about the reproductive system, what boys do, what girls do.
Right.
Other than that,
but there's
no need.
There's a typical age that happens at.
Right.
And it's
well, these books are available to kindergarten.
Right. That's what I'm
some
saying.
schools.
There is no reason for that.
And the other problem with that is that schools should not be the educators of stuff like that. Look, if somebody is gay and they decide that's the way they're going to live their life, I am not going to judge you. Because I am not the judge. I am not going to judge you. You want to live your life like that. I know a lot of gay people that are good people.
Mm-hmm. I will agree with that.
A lot of gay people that are good people.
You
but we shouldn't be indoctrinating.
Half of my friends, probably.
Yeah, we shouldn't be indoctrinating kids to that lifestyle. And when a parent goes and reads from those books, and the school board wants to have the parent arrested because he read it out loud, where you're putting this into the hands of kids, you should be proud of it. No, it's vulgar to read it out loud. But, it's not vulgar for the... So, Tim A. Walls was asked a question about how we're going to bring prices down. How are we going to bring prices down? And he didn't do like Kamala. Oh, wait a second. He did.
Part of climate change, but at the same time, creating jobs for Americans, and gas prices will continue to come down. And I think what I keep saying about this, though, on food prices that we've seen, look, I know this from farm country. Farmers are only getting about $3.90 bushel for corn, $10 for soybeans. Somebody in the middle's taking more than they should on this. 37 states have laws against that. She's talking about making that the case, expanding it. The one thing, though, that she's talking about, and we're seeing happen, and the numbers came out this week, is real wages are finally rising. And one of the reasons is she's making it easier to form a union.
So unions will bring the prices down.
No, they won't.
Unions always bring the prices down.
How about cars? Are those prices down?
No. It's kind of crazy.
I mean, let's talk about that, because the unions are the ones that drive that.
Yeah, crazy. All right, looks like Oregon DMV admits that they wrongfully registered hundreds of thousands of non-residents to be able to vote. That never happens, of course.
Oh, it was an accident.
Anti-Trump looks like 3 U.S. citizens and 2 Spaniards alleged try to destabilize Venezuela, and they are being held in Venezuela. Joe Biden, has he talked about this? Former Navy SEAL arrested? No, it's not going to happen.
I don't think he's talked about anything lately.
Yeah. And
on vacation.
Yeah. Want to talk to he said, I wouldn't, you shouldn't talk to a dog that way. 81-year-old president, and trying to answer a question, yelled at him while meeting with the UK Prime Minister. And Biden was very upset and said, you don't talk to a dog that way. And the question that was asked was simply about Vladimir Putin warning Russia about going to war with Ukraine before the war started.
Right.
Look, this Ukraine war has cost us more money.
Billions.
But we're up to $300 billion. And that does not include, look, when they talk about money that we sent, that doesn't include weapons.
That's just money.
That's just cash. And they paid off their national debt. And in return, our national debt is like ballooned. Yeah, 34 trillion now. Why are we paying off another country's
I
national?
think it's closer to 36.
Yeah, probably. All right, trash eaters, we're going to get to that. Morning show being brought to you by Seminole Siding and Construction, trusted name across Southeast New Mexico. Check them out today, Seminole Siding and Construction.com, 575-391-1430. You can visit them. Look, they do all kind of things. Need a complete makeover of your home. You had thought about buying another home. Well, now's your opportunity to just do a makeover of your home. They can change the siding. They can do windows and doors. Thinking about putting up a big metal building. They do the industrial and commercial metal buildings. They do seamless gutters. So much more. Find them online at Seminole Siding and Construction.com. 575-391-1430. Tom in the text.
Are y'all personally worried that there is a good chance that Kamala could win? Come on, let's go vote for Biden, says the texter. No, I'm not a minority. I'm American.
It says let's vote for Biden.
Well, his name is on
Trump.
a lot of.
Sorry,
a lot of. Isn't his name
I think
still?
the text said Trump.
I don't think that we're personally worried, and that's a very good question.
I'm worried.
I'm
personally
worried. I feel a lot of times, just depending on like my faith. Like, of course, I'm a conservative. You can classify me Republican. I'm a Trump supporter, 100%, based on not so much who Trump is, but the platform that he stands on and the more biblical values that he holds. And that's my personal opinion. But is my trust in our government? Absolutely not. My trust is in, my Father in heaven. So I do want to see some things turn around, specifically the war, Israel. And I know that will happen under Trump. However, am I concerned that we could go into World War III if Trump is not elected? Absolutely. Do I continue that a lot of us may go broke within the next 4 years if Kamala wins? Absolutely. Like, those are the things that concern normal, everyday people.
I posted up Saturday. I got a buddy of mine, and he builds homes in the Philippines.
Right.
He builds homes, and then he sells them, then he rents them. That's how he lives.
Sure.
So he's got a house like a block away from the beach in Bohol. Bohol's a beautiful island.
Mm-hmm.
And he's renting a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house for $300. And I said, if Trump loses, anybody looking for a house, here you go.
I was going to say, we got some of these new boards and stuff that we could just run the show from there.
Yeah, we probably could.
We might want to.
But coming back to finish what I was saying is I liked what Kevin said. Like, us, those that are supporting Trump, there's no excitement. There's no
fire.
Let's get out there. There's no fire. And that is why, because they have stolen. You saw the debate. You saw what they did to Trump. You see it. I mean, if your eyes are opened, you can tell that the media is just one-sided. They've turned America by being that way, and it's the uneducated
but
voter.
We cannot let them steal our thunder.
Right.
Correct.
We
So
cannot
have
let them
to-
steal our thunder.
Yeah, we have to do our part, and if that means you blow up Facebook, that's your platform, that's your voice, use it.
I try to do it every day.
Me too.
By the way, my
stuff gets hidden,
my
though.
Be in the Breakfast
Does your
Club.
stuff get hidden, Blake? Your band?
It depends.
Yeah.
Okay.
My Be in the Breakfast Club. This is to tell you how Facebook works. So my Be in the Breakfast Club, they allow me to post 3 things about a week, and then they shut me down. And so
they'll throttle it anyway.
They throttle, and it says that it's posting. You go back and check; it's not posted. On my Be in the Breakfast Club, I mean on my personal Facebook, I have and
it depends on the other things that you like. Right. So if you like things that tend to be like conservative or whatever, if you're a follower of those pages, you're getting throttled as well.
I've had, I think, 6,000 friends on my personal page. Back in the day, I could post stuff up and get 30, 40 shares and get, 200 comments.
Right.
Nowadays, I'm lucky to get 2.
Yeah.
Well, and it goes for things that aren't even political, like my dog Tug, right, on Facebook. He's got 30,000 fans. Used to be 300, 400, 500, 600 likes every time, several dozen shares, etc. Now it's around 100 likes or so. And that has nothing to do with politics. It's just that I'm the administrator on that page.
And that's it.
Wow.
That's why I am not listed on W105 anymore, because they were throttling W105 because I was an administrator. Yeah. Sad day.
Sad day in Facebook history.
Yeah, Tom, go ahead.
That's why I'm really pushing X right now.
Yeah, me too.
This text says, I'm not a minority. I'm American. Why is it always being about categorizing people?
Amen. I think maybe one day we'll get to that point.
Because that's what the left does. They want to divide people.
I think one day.
They don't want to bring them together.
Tom?
And what's wrong with old-fashioned, this text is asking?
Nothing.
I mean, I guess it's okay for your daughter to have condoms in her purse. The texter's saying, okay.
Well, that's a choice. And that's a,
I mean, look, I want
What did you
parents,
guys talk about old-fashioned?
I want parents to raise their kids.
Yes.
I want parents to raise their kids.
Yeah.
It is the parents' responsibility. It is not the government's responsibility.
Nope.
Right. You should teach your parents. Listen.
And you know what? Morals, values, culture, all that is taught
by the parents
at home.
Yes. Teach them about sexuality. Teach
but
them
I
the birds
think-
and the bees, so that way they don't have.
Well,
to
there's
go to
not
school.
fathers in those homes anymore.
I think parents have abdicated that responsibility to the schools
Yes.
and other
Well,
institutions.
what has happened is you've got kids that don't have parents.
Right.
And, so the school steps in and then they want to take that and put that on all kids. One size fits all. That's what's happened. And then you got teachers unions that really want to control kids. I saw a video, a black guy saying that his daughter was indoctrinated at school about anti-Trump stuff.
Yep.
And he said, things
the
sure
first time I've heard
were.
that.
Yeah, he said, things are so much better for us and Trump and his daughter. Dad, they were not. My teacher said, and he goes, I pay the bills in this house. I know that things were better.
Really quick, Ernie from Monument, I think he thinks that you are Russ right now because he's saying, Russ, go to the bank, withdraw $10,001, then wait 3 days.
Nope.
Put it back in the bank, and then repeat this several times.
Isn't that called kiking?
They will come to
First
your
of all,
house.
it's Kevin, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
If you do that, they will come to your house.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, don't do that, Kevin.
Yeah. No, I'm going to take $1,000 out a day, the limit, and they'll probably still come to the house, but it's okay. God bless. I'm a nomad. Tom?
He's a nomad.
Well, it used to be you could write a check, wait a couple of days, and then put the money in the bank, and it was still clear.
That's illegal.
That's illegal now, but
It's always been illegal.
Do you
That's
still
called
write checks,
floating,
Tommy?
and
Not
it's always
anymore.
It's always
You don't write checks anymore?
No. But if you had, what's that called? The overdraft, it was okay to do that.
Overdraft protection.
It's still not okay to do that.
And can be quit overtaking everyone that when they're trying to make a point? One of the texters is asking B.
Do you want to come over here and run this show?
They're
Because if
saying
you
that.
do, let me know.
Yeah. Anyway, there you
We're
go.
working on it. It's okay.
What point?
It just said can be quit over talking everyone
Discussion.
when they're trying to make a point.
It's called discussion.
Yeah.
It's discussion. We're good.
I don't.
B.
I mean, most of us back off.
B.
Right?
I think
I mean-
it's great. That's who B is. I feel like when Blake and I do have something to say and we want to finish it, he allows us to finish it.
Yeah.
And that's
I just
that's
sat
the key
here.
part.
That's what I'm saying. It's almost everyone here. I mean, you may get a little bit of words that go over the other,
Yeah.
but not.
Sure.
We ain't stepping on each other. Hey, racist liberal, one more text here. Good morning, guys and girl. After hearing all the news about Trump, are you guys starting to doubt him at least a little bit?
What news? What news are you talking about?
Because he goes on to say, because last election there wasn't any news. There was one news station talking this much negative stuff about him.
What negative stuff? Please, look, I'm on 32 sites a morning.
You have to remember it's racist liberal.
So
they're going to twist
I
our
want you to
words,
know
as
exactly
most liberals do.
what negative stuff about Trump. That he's calling out Springfield, Ohio, because migrants are eating the geese, the cats, and the dogs. By the way, that's actually a true story.
Right.
That's actually that you guys have tried to turn into fake news, but it's not fake news. All right, I got to get to taking out trash, being brought to you by Trash Eaters. Give them a call today. Kayleen is standing by, 575-408-1719. Veteran-owned and operated. They can take care of your residential trash pickup. They also can take care of all the big commercial waste hauling. Give Kayleen a call today, 575-408-1719. Taking out the trash, being brought to you by Trash Eaters, trash-eaters.com. New Mexico, last and pretty much anything that matters. But you continue to vote blue. Brand new polling numbers coming out. Albuquerque Journal shows Democratic presidential nominee Kamala Harris, that at one point was called the worst vice presidential pick ever in American history. True story by Democrats. Wow. Polling numbers show she is a strong backing in Albuquerque and north central New Mexico. Harris is also popular among college graduates. Since Kamala Harris replaced Joe Biden as the Democratic nominee, I think there's been a lot of excitement, according to KOAT political expert Brian Sanderoff. New polling numbers show Harris, 54% females are voting for Kamala Harris, 33% for Donald Trump. There's a gender gap. But when it comes to Donald Trump's truly popular among Republicans, only 11% have an unfavorable opinion of Donald Trump. 11% of Republicans have an unfavorable opinion of Donald Trump. So at the current time, Kamala holding a 5 percentage point lead against Donald Trump. Keep voting for the same people that have made you last in every category.
Right. That's good.
Keep voting for the same people. You know, some very, very intelligent man gave us a definition of insanity. Tom, what was that?
That if you're insane, you're doing the same thing over and over again, and expecting different results.
And so, God bless you. All right, we're going to come back. We'll do things that happened on this date in history on the other side. I want to get into the national anthem and the pledge. Morning show this morning being brought to you by All American Cleaners, Roswell, Artesia, Carlsbad, Lovington, Ann and Hobbs. Wash, dry, and fold your clothes, 17 pounds for $16.99. If you're empty nesters and you like doing things on the weekend because you raised a family, now it's just you and the one you love. You want to spend the whole weekend.
You and we.
Yeah, doing that washing and drying, folding and clothes. No.
Or if you've got a family of 8 and you don't have time because you've got stuff to do on the weekends. Hey, I've thought about it, honestly.
Yeah.
I've thought about it.
So 17 pounds, $16.99. And
good price.
Yeah.
That is a good
Check
price.
them out today. They can dry clean your clothes, starch them. Roswell, Artesia, Carlsbad, Lovington, and Hobbs. Check them out today. allamericancleaners.net. Yeah, my wife is already making plans. There
Let me
is
take a picture of that,
You know,
Kevin.
if you use that service, you won't have to drive naked through the McDonald's drive-thru.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Oh, that's true. Can I get a picture of that really quick, like?
Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah. Check them out today. All right, we got to take a break. We'll do things that happened on this date in history on the other side. KWMW, Maljamora, 105.1 FM. Blake?
No, I was.
I thought you were at the. I didn't want to step
Sorry,
on
I gave
you.
the wrong signal.
I didn't want to step on you.
I gave the wrong signal. Kevin knows when I look over there that I have something, and I gave the wrong signal. I was just waiting for the pledge.
All right, national anthem and the pledge being brought to you by our buddy Rebecca Long. By the way, thanks for the kind words at the Republican
Yes, thank you.
get
Absolutely.
together on Saturday at the Country Club. Thank you so much.
She was a great host.
She really was. Give Rebecca Long a call today if you are looking for insurance, home, auto, recreational insurance, commercial insurance, life insurance. You know, if you're a young couple just starting out and you're both working,
get it now.
You know, I saw a young couple at church yesterday with, you know, probably a 2-year-old. And, you know, could you survive if something tragic happened to either mom or dad?
Right.
Life insurance is so cheap when you're young.
Yes.
It really is. So and
you can lock that in.
Yeah, you can lock that in, and it's cheap. Get in touch with Rebecca. 575-393-2661. She could take care of all of your insurance. She is the proud sponsor of our national anthem and our pledge on W105.
We are the Perry family from Hobbs. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land and of the free and the home of the brave?
8:11. God bless America. God bless you. Large prayer this morning being brought to you by Jude Oil, reminding you God is in control.
From Genesis 9 this morning. Whenever the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and all living creatures of every kind on the earth.
Hi, my name is Jose Luebno. I work for Jude Oil. Would you please join us in saying the Lord's Prayer? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
All right, quick check of the weather being brought to you by A Custom Construction and Roofing. They are your roofing and insurance specialists. You know what that means? That they can deal with the insurance companies. They can handle that end of everything. That's why you've got Dwayne Pennick, 30-plus years of experience in the roofing business. They have been open for 30 years. And it's not a coincidence that they've got an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau for 30 years, because when they go out, they get the job done. It's done right. And then somebody doesn't have to file a complaint with the Better Business Bureau. Give Dwayne a call today, 575-318-9725. A Custom Construction and Roofing, urging you to be very aware of what goes on with the unlicensed out-of-town contractors. When they're gone, the contract is gone. Can I mention Dwayne Pennick could be the next?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Next mayor of Hobbs. Can I mention?
He's
that?
Let it be known that he is going to be running for the mayor position in Hobbs.
Awesome.
That election, of course, is in November of 2025.
Yeah, it's a little ways
away. So a little
away.
over a year away.
Yeah, a little ways away. 89 to sunny today, clear skies, 66 tonight, and then 90 tomorrow. It's actually warming up. We'll be like in the mid-90s coming up by Wednesday and Thursday. All right, on the other side of, we got the things that happened on this date in history, the boob of the day on the way. News this morning being brought to you by Ragsdale Law Firm, Luke Ragsdale, 575-208-5300. Give Luke a call today. He is the guy that settles big cases in the patch. In fact, he settled one case in the patch for over $10 million. That's just one. Settled a lot of other cases. Also settling a case for $9 million, medical malpractice case. And car accident, slip and falls. If you've been in a car accident and you're trying to deal with the insurance company yourself, look, if you do not speak the lingo, it's hard to communicate with the insurance company. You have to know the buttons that need to be pressed. And if you don't do it every day, it's difficult.
Right.
Don't cut yourself short. Call Luke Ragsdale, 575-208-5300. You can also go to the website, ragsdalelawfirm.com. We're the only station giving away 2 big prizes at the same time, and it's not some pop star. I can tell you that. We're giving away tickets to go see the Cowboys and the Eagles and cash. We're going to get you qualified. The cash now.
Call now. Thank you for calling.
The Geo Group in Hobbs presents the Cash Blowout Contest on W105. This is the Cash Blowout Contest on W105.
Call now. Call now. This is a Fox News Alert. I'm CJ Papa. Acting Secret Service Director Ronald Rowe in West Palm Beach speaking with the team that was protecting former President Trump Sunday. We'll do a walkthrough of the site following the second attempt on his life. The suspect, Ryan Wesley Ruth, is in custody.
He is originally from North Carolina, and he moved to Hawaii in 2017. He has prior arrests for drug possession, driving without a license, expired inspection, and operating a vehicle without insurance.
Fox's Brooke Singman reporting. House Speaker Mike Johnson was on his way to Mar-a-Lago Sunday when the incident took place.
There's no leader in the history of America that has been so attacked and has remained so strong and so resilient. He's one of a kind. He is not going to stop fighting for the American people, and it was really encouraging for us to sit and visit with him right after that happened.
Speaker Johnson earlier on Fox and Friends. America's listening to Fox News.
PMC Outlet, also known as The Shack, is located at 3106 East Green Street on the Hobbs Highway in Carlsbad and is well worth the drive. PMC's The Shack is a local family-owned indoor grow facility. They have low outlet pricing every day with farm-to-table delivery. They also have plenty of truck and trailer parking. You can find them online at pmccultivators.com or give them a call today, 575-988-8704. The Shack is open Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., and on Fridays, 8 to 6. Must be 21 years of age or older or 18 with a medical card.
This month at Tate Branch and Hobbs, the hail of a sale continues with massive rebates and cash back on many different models. $2,500 bonus cash on Chrysler Pacifica, up to $5,000 bonus cash on select Ram 1500s, up to $2,000 bonus cash on select Jeep Wrangler and Compass, and many slightly hail-damaged vehicles on Super Sale now. Visit Tate Branch and Hobbs today. It's the dealership with the 2 big ramps across from Texas Roadhouse, 4123 North Lovington Highway in Hobbs.
Get ready for the Yucca Blossom Trade Days Summer's End Extravaganza, coming to the Artesia Center, 612 North 8th Street, Saturday, September 21st from 9 to 6, and Sunday, September 22nd from 11 to 4 in Artesia, New Mexico. Shop a wide variety of vendors to make the most of summer ending with fall and the holidays just around the corner. Plus, don't forget to check out the Yucca Blossom silent auction with proceeds to benefit the Tony De La Rosa family. Don't miss the Yucca Blossom Trade Days Summer's End Extravaganza at the Artesia Center, September 21st and 22nd, 612 North 8th Street.
Dig in to the 2024 Brews, Blues, and Barbecue Beer Fest at Inn of the Mountain Gods. Saturday, September 21st, starting at noon. Sample 200 of your favorite beers, paired with the Southwest's best barbecue and great live blues music on the shores of beautiful Lake Mescalero. Tickets available for $25. The 2024 Brews, Blues, and Barbecue Beer Fest at Inn of the Mountain Gods. For details, visit innofthemountaingods.com. Minors must be accompanied by an adult.
The biggest block party of the season is about to get even bigger. Red Dirt Black Gold 2024. Saturday, September 28th in downtown Artesia. We're moving it to Main Street with the return of New Mexico Brew Fest, food vendors, kids zone, and of course, live music on the ConocoPhillips stage beginning at 4 p.m., including Jay Thornberry, Tel Runyon, Matt Castillo, and Pat Green. And Admission is only $10 for 21 and over. Red Dirt, Black Gold 2024. Saturday, September 28th on Main Street in downtown Artesia. Presented by ConocoPhillips. Ad paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
Hear ye, hear ye. Step back in time for the time of your life at the 3rd Annual Cavern City Renaissance Festival. Enjoy a weekend of magic and merriment with captivating music, thrilling armored combat, and all-new dazzling stage performances. Savor bountiful food and drink as you explore 2 stages of non-stop entertainment and discover unique treasures from over 70 artisan vendors. Bring your whole family for an unforgettable adventure on September 27th and 28th at the Carlsbad Beach Park. Advertisement paid for by the City of Carlsbad Lodgers Tax.
Are you searching for a place where your loved one will be loved and cared for like family? Beehive Homes Assisted Living and Memory Care offers long-term, respite care, and senior daycare options, 24-hour caregiver assistance, daily activities, medication management, home-cooked meals endorsed by dietitians, mobility, transfers, and ADL assistance. Each unit is comfortable with a private bed and a private 3/4 ADA-approved bathroom. Beehive Homes of Hobbs Assisted Living and Memory Care, the next best place to home. For more information, email Starla at beehivehomesnm.com or call 575-964-7160.
Now back to a good, wholesome, politically correct. Oops, sorry. Wrong show.
Attention. This is your announcer. You're waking up to be in the Breakfast Club. You want to be part of the show? Call 877-396-W105.
I can assure you he is truly a very sick boy.
Yes, 821, we are beyond the Breakfast Club. Another day in paradise, things that happen on this date in history. I'll get to that, the boob of the day, and more. Tom has been busy answering phone calls. Very, very busy. Monica was answering phone calls because we are the only station giving away cash and a trip at the very same time. So Vance and Walz, the debate. How does Vance prepare for a debate against Tim Walz? Blake, how do you think he prepares?
I think you just got to know where your opponent stands on those things so you can counter when they try to lie about it.
So, and that's basically, J.D. Vance was asked that question. Here's what he had to say about how he is preparing for the debate.
Prepping for a debate with Tim Walz, who has described himself as a bad debater. Who's helping you, and how are you prepping?
Well, I found a good friend from back home who embellishes and lies a lot, and I'm having him stand in for Tim Walz.
That is awesome.
Well, and that's true. Because that is what Tim Walz does.
That is what he does. So that's an awesome one.
About things that he doesn't need to lie about.
Yeah. Trump tried to tell us during the debate that, the globalists, the people that always yell out that it's a threat to democracy are the threat to democracy. Let's go back to last Tuesday.
This is the one that weaponized, not me. She weaponized. I probably took a bullet to the head because of the things that they say about me.
Yep.
They talk about democracy. I'm a threat to democracy. They're the threat to democracy
President
with a fake
Trump.
Russia investigation
We do have a lot to
that
get.
went nowhere.
And by the way, Trump's right again. How many times that we go back and he's right?
Yeah.
A lot.
A lot. A lot.
And I saw this yesterday. Do you remember Donald Trump used to be on Saturday Night Live quite often?
Yes. Yeah.
He did the.
He used to do a lot of those kinds of things.
He did the skit for Trump's chicken wing, House of Chicken Wings. It was actually funny.
Don't remember that, but I bet it was.
And look, he was on Letterman quite often. He was on The View.
He was on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, he was on Joan Rivers' show. I mean, look, everybody loved Donald Trump until he ran for president as a Republican.
That's right. Until he started to expose certain things.
And then it all changed.
That's right.
Central Market in Austin, Texas broke the Guinness World Book of Records, assembling a what is that? A caricature? Is that what that is?
Caricature artist?
No.
Where?
The non-highlighted, the one right under the highlight. See, I should have pre-read.
Oh, charcuterie.
What the hell is that?
Oh,
it's like a cheese board.
Kind of like what they served to us Saturday night.
That's exactly
It
right.
had like the grapes,
so
the salami,
that
the
makes
cheese.
sense. Yeah, because it was topped with about 1,032 pounds of meat, cheese, and other qualified ingredients. And by the way, the women of the View ate all of that in one sitting. But they say everything's bigger in Texas. In this case, it is. And by the way, the sodium level in their blood work, that is a problem. That was one thing that they saw that was on my blood work. My sodium level is low. So,
well, you don't eat a lot of salt.
I try not to eat a lot of salt, and I haven't been eating my Celtic salt, but you need a certain amount of salt.
Well, yes, and you need the right kinds of sodium. And when you do table salt, it actually elevates your sodium instead of your body using it.
I'm out of Celtic salt,
Like
and
a
I went
pink
to
salt or
Tractor Supply to buy it, and they were, sorry, sir, we're out of stock.
So, Kevin, if you don't mind schooling me on Celtic salt.
Celtic salt. So a lot of people have high blood pressure based on they're not hydrated. Simply, they are not hydrated. Celtic salt has 26 minerals and potassium, magnesium. It is really good, and I just eat it, and then I put it in my water when I work out. And then Celtic salt is the answer. I should have never said that Tractor Supply had it because they have sold it out. So I'm going to order some.
You remember when you drink drinks with electrolytes in them?
Yeah.
A lot of those electrolytes get done in the form of salt.
Right.
Whether it's a Celtic salt or a Himalayan salt or any of those kinds.
It comes from the Irish Sea.
Does it?
It comes from the French Sea.
Well, one of those seas over there.
One of those seas. Yeah, it's right there.
Where is the Irish Sea? Like, I've seen the Seven Seas, and I don't remember seeing the Irish Sea.
The Irish Sea.
You didn't look where I looked.
Yeah.
Well, where did you look? That's the question.
I looked on a map, but I couldn't find Ireland.
He did not look on a map.
So where is Ireland, Tom? What other country is Ireland next to?
Right next to UK. The United Kingdom.
That's not. The United Kingdom is not a country.
No, that's a multiple countries.
Well, UK.
Looks like say it again.
London.
You are a Democrat.
Did you say London?
Yes.
That's a city.
That's a city.
What's the UK?
New Jersey. It's part of the UK.
Jersey.
It's part of a country that's part of the UK.
New Jersey Animal Shelter said a Jack Russell Terrier spotted running loose for weeks along the highway and very close to the Newark airport, and is now safe. Good news is that it's safe. The bad news is it's still
in New Jersey.
Taxes are sky high, and this pooch has got to,
forget about it.
Yeah, but the good news is it's good. We talked about Ben & Jerry's with the arrival of 3 people at the International Space Station on Wednesday. They now broke the record, 19 people. Arbiton, did you see that billionaire that went up? They actually brought him back.
Interesting spacesuit that they tried out on that walk. It's lighter, flexible, like a jumpsuit kind of looking.
These are individuals that are going up. They're not astronauts, and kind of.
But it's on SpaceX,
right? Who owns SpaceX, Tom?
Is it Musk?
Yes, Elon Musk. I would ring the bell, but it's too much work to ring the bell.
He didn't get it right. He asked you.
Yeah, too much work. And they're not going to win the beauty contest, but the U.S. Postal Service delivery trucks have started to hit the streets. 30,000 new vehicles, and most of them are all electric.
So the mail's going to take longer.
Yeah, so when it really got to get there, use UPS and FedEx. Even though UPS lost my wife's purse, I filed a complaint that it arrived in Albuquerque on the 28th, and it sat there for like 10 days. Somebody stole it is what it was. Texas highest criminal court deadline to stop execution of a man accused of shaking a baby to death. The high court Wednesday declined to stop that execution of Robert Robinson, who was sentenced to the death in 2003 of killing his 2-year-old daughter. He constantly challenged that conviction, claiming that it was based on questionable science. No, when you shake a baby...
Yeah.
By the way, the high court said, nah. Charges dropped against Santa Fe restaurant owner who shot a man with a pepper ball weapon. I can only imagine being a store owner or restaurant owner, and the same people keep committing the same crimes. And our governor does nothing to lock people away.
No.
You know, she acted surprised that there was another shooting in Santa Fe. Well, quit letting these criminals out.
Right.
Quit letting them out. But the charges were dropped. The first judicial district attorney dropped the charges after the 61-year-old man was rummaging through the trash cans at a restaurant.
Which he did repeatedly.
Yeah, he did it all the time. And look, if you rummage and put the trash back in the trash can, and you probably will not be shot with a pepper gold.
No.
So that's when the owner of the restaurant, fed up with the whole thing, went out and shot him with a pepper ball gun. Yeah.
Oh.
Steve Lemon was a chef and owner of the Panzano Italian Grill and shot the guy. Anyway, they dropped the charges. Look, it's non-lethal.
Right.
It's non-lethal. Goal hits a record.
It's like getting hit with mace.
Yeah. $2,572 per ounce. And they say that we will probably get to 3,000.
Yep.
Wow.
My only regret is that I did not buy. Well, it's not my only regret. Believe me, I got plenty of regrets. That I didn't buy more gold, but I do have several small gold bars.
Right.
And I was going to sell that 2 years ago. I sold all my silver.
Oh.
But nobody wanted to buy the gold. And I was like, well, I just hold on to it. And believe me, my wife is invested highly in gold.
Oh, wow.
And she kept saying, this is an investment. Every gold necklace that she wanted. But, baby, it's an investment for our future.
She's not wrong.
And so
she's not wrong.
I have never wore jewelry in my life. My wife bought this. No, I'll take this back. Somebody borrowed money and pawned this and didn't pay me back. So
Hey, y'all, I just want to tell y'all, Kevin is a pawn star in the
Pawn
Philippines.
yeah. Well, I've learned that if I'm going to loan somebody money, I better get some
collateral
Absolutely.
to
Smart.
back it up
Yeah.
after getting burned several times.
Yeah.
So, but for my birthday, my wife bought me this. And this necklace in the Philippines, this is 21 karat. It's not 14.
Right.
And so when she bought this was $500. This is now $900 and something dollars.
I like it.
Yeah. And she's like, yeah, I'm looking out for our future.
See, I've always been a big believer in silver.
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
So
I
have
think
quite
that
a bit of
silver it looks better, but I know that gold is worth more.
Yeah.
Well,
and see,
but it's also easier to use as a currency if you need it because it's lower denomination.
Right.
Sure.
I've got another gold necklace. I'll bring it over. It's like 30 carats. It's Saudi gold. So I'll show it. You can see the difference. It's yellow. Tim Walls said, Americans are economically better off than they were 4 years ago. I don't know how you say that with a straight face.
Oops.
You just don't say it with a straight face. And prosecutors are
You need
pushing...
to show your necklace and your bracelet again because I forgot to switch the cameras.
Oh, all right. So this came from somebody pawned it, never paid me back. And this one, the wife bought. So it's the second thing she bought.
There you go.
Prosecutors pushing back from the Lake and Riley murder suspects claim that evidence is unlawfully collected. Let me just say, I'm going to try to calm down before I say it. You came to this country as a visitor.
Mm-hmm.
You raped and murdered a young lady.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I don't even think you should be breathing right now. But that's me personally. So for you to say that the evidence was collected, I don't see you saying you're not guilty, but the evidence was collected unlawfully. By the way, you have no rights. You have no rights. You came here from Venezuela. You were part of that vicious gang from Venezuela. Tom, what gang would that be?
The Arguelles.
Or MS-13.
Yes.
Oh, no, that's El Salvador. My bad. I can't keep up with them. But anyway, he had 2 cellular phones. And so they confiscated the cell phones. So they believe that, he believes in his mind that since they confiscated my phone, some of the information was collected, without a warrant. By the way, you came to this country. You killed people. You raped a beautiful young lady that was on her way to become a nurse. And you know what she did? Her only crime was getting up one morning and going for a run. That was her crime. That's all she did. ABC moderator Lindsay Davis admits that the fact check was planned for Donald Trump. So one of the moderators from last week's presidential debate she admitted to the Los Angeles Times that they plan to fact check Donald Trump and not Kamala Harris.
Wow.
Breitbart News said they investigated and they asked a question. Davis and her co-moderator, David Murr, fact-checked Trump 7 times and Kamala Harris no times. And she out and out could have been fact-checked on many things, but it didn't happen. This was a plan, and she went on to say, after what Donald Trump did to Joe Biden, we plan to fact-check him and hold his feet to the fire. Wow. No feet being held to the fire for Kamala Harris. Because we don't know if she went and got a petty before.
I mean, we knew it, but to hear them admit it,
that's crazy. Caitlin, I think it's criminal. I think it is criminal. Yeah. Caitlin Clark scores a career-high 35 points, set the single-season scoring record. And there are still people out there that are believing that this is a racial thing.
Wow.
That if she gets Rookie of the Year, it's a racial thing. Look, Angel Reese came from LSU. I bleed purple and gold. Caitlin Clark has done a better job. Mm-hmm. And sorry if that offends somebody. It's not about race. If you take all of that out, and look what's happened to Caitlin Clark. She has been savagely attacked. Mm-hmm. Like never, ever, ever in the NBA or the WNBA. And she still gets up and smiles. That's kind of crazy. All right, Boob of the Day coming up in just a second. Tom in the text, 877-396-W105. Morning Show being brought to you by Atlas Makeup Mirror and Grooming Tool. ×1, ×5, ×10 magnification, LED lights. Travels easy with the traveling case. Weighs less than 4 pounds. Perfect for putting on your makeup or trimming your beard or goatee. Call Rebecca Long, 575-391-3189. Just go to the website. You can buy right from the website, atlasmakeupmirror.com. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, or that website again, atlasmakeupmirror.com. Tom?
All right. Christy Light, our health correspondent, is checking in. She said the special type of salt has a unique combination of minerals, including magnesium, calcium, and potassium, that to help stimulate circulation and detoxify the body. As a result, it can help flush out toxins, reduce puffiness and bloating, and helps you keep your skin looking good and healthy, says Christy. She also says low sodium can be from drinking too much water. She says that's why people
would flush it out. Yeah.
That's why people die when they do the water challenges or are water fasting as well.
That's absurd.
Says Christy. So
I do about 40 ounces of water a day. Maybe
she
more.
said drink some pickle juice if your kidneys are good.
Right.
Yeah. Pickle juice recovers a lot of other things too, like if you're cycling long distance, you have lactic acid buildup.
This is for the texters. Let us know, because we've got some texting in asking, are there any car accidents on 128?
I'll check here in a moment.
I haven't seen anything.
I haven't seen anything either.
And Linda Carlsbad says the Irish Sea is between Ireland and Wales, England. She says, so I was right.
Yeah, that's true. And the Celtic Sea is just below
But it's actually the French Sea.
Yeah.
I mean, it's actually not the French Sea, but it comes from France.
And my real point was it wasn't one of the 7 seas.
Well, see, whether it's there or not, it's there. I would have said it if I was making it up.
That's not true. That's not true at all. You say a lot of things you just make up.
Of course. I'm waiting for you to correct me, though, Bridget. See?
Smokey in
I know,
Arizona
it's the show.
says, "Good morning, guys. And B, if things go to crap here, I might be calling you to turn me on to a place there in the Philippines." I'm right behind him, too.
Well, here's the real problem. You can't own land in the Philippines unless you're Filipino.
Yeah. You can own a condo. You can own a
We's
condo.
going to be our landlord, okay? We's going to be our landlord.
You can own a condo.
Or tell that guy to build your house over there. That'd be his friend.
Yeah, and he's got a good wife, too, and trusting.
So, I mean,
they're in it forever.
It works that way in a lot of foreign countries.
Yeah, you can't buy land if you're not a...
But you can own a house. You
just can't own
own the land.
Like our house, she owns the land, I own the house.
Gotcha.
So we're in it together.
Right.
And how far are you from the beach, B?
1 block.
That's it. Dang.
That's it.
Wow.
I'm gonna go.
You know,
so we need to hook up a remote studio over there, and we'll travel back and forth.
I try to get my son every day some vitamin C.
Vitamin D.
D, I'm sorry. I didn't want to mention that. That might excite Tom. Things that happen on this date in history being...
He's about vitamin A.
Yes.
Monica's over
Yeah, she got it. She got it.
Things that happen on this date in history being brought to you by 2A Tactical Firearms Indoor Firing Range, 236 East Navajo and Hobbs. Veteran-owned and operated by Dwayne Pinnock. What a awesome facility.
Man, we had a good time.
We had a great time last week. State-of-the-art indoor firing range, the Milo FBI training simulator. Look, that is worth... That is far worth your investment in the monthly membership. And that monthly membership
it's basically 2 sessions.
Two sessions. Yeah. So if you're in the guns, you're live firing, and you can actually live fire with that Milo. It's pretty awesome. They have over 1,000 different scenarios. Monthly membership, hourly rates accepted. And if you're looking for stuff like ammo, optics, accessories, clothing, they've got Trump accessories. And I've said this earlier this morning. Some people are scared to wear Donald Trump clothing nowadays. We need to flood. We need to flood America with Donald Trump T-shirts and hats and make people. Why be scared? I'm not scared of anything.
I'm not scared of nothing. You know,
I mean,
Saturday night, did you guys buy any of the Trump gear?
I did not.
That was back in that corner.
Yeah, that was back in that corner.
I'll wear some tomorrow. That
I glanced at it, but it was I was looking at more of the silent auction stuff.
Sure.
I did.
Did you guys bid on anything? Did y'all win anything?
Bid on several things. Did not win any of them.
So
I didn't bid on anything. I just
get in there and get your Trump, and don't be afraid to say who you're supporting. Look, these liberals are backing a Marxist.
Yes.
We need to stand up. And I'm sorry to take your time, Dwayne, but I know you would back that. 2A Tactical Firearms Indoor Firing Range, 236 East Navajo, largest selection of guns around. Check them out online, 2A Tactical.
And it's an indoor firing range.
Yes.
So you can come from anywhere in the area. It is definitely worth the drive.
It definitely is. Things that happened on this date in history. Mayflower departed Plymouth, England on this date in 1620. Massachusetts village of Shawmut changed its name to Boston on this date in 1630. Great Seal of the United States was used for the very first time in 1892, and patent was issued for the typesetting machine in 1857. James Cash Penney was born in the state in 1817. Tom, what exactly did he do?
He invented the 1 cent penny.
Or maybe he came up with the
J.C. Penney.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to have stock at that place.
Famous Oklahoma land rush took place. It started on this date in 1893.
Sooners.
Yeah. William Crapo Durant, co-founder of Chevy, Incorporated General Motors in New Jersey on this date in 1908. Congratulations, Mr. Crapo.
Man, we should have had a car called that.
Yeah. The robe was the first movie filmed with a windscreen process in the CinemaScope in 1953. Bridget Loves Bernie debuted on TV in 1972.
Bridget Loves Bernie?
Yeah, it was about a Republican that loved Bernie Sanders, I think.
Bob Newhart show started on this day in 72.
Wow. That was a long-standing show.
And this is also the day that President Ford gave amnesty to Vietnam War deserters and draft dodgers. So that was kind of a big deal. And then, since we kind of talked about rap a little bit earlier, today is the day that the Sugar Hill Gang's Rapper Delight came out.
How cute.
Which is kind of credited for
back in the day. And
79.
Can you believe that, Tom? I played that song on the radio.
I skated to that song at the skating rink.
Never heard of it.
You've never heard of Rapper's Delight?
Like...
Rapper's Delight, Sugar Hill Gang. You Barry Manilow, Neil Sedaka loving.
How have you never heard?
Well, how's it go, Monica?
It had like all the famous rappers at the time. I mean,
I'm gonna play it for you right now.
Oh my!
No,
Lord.
no,
I've never heard of it.
Now do you know?
That Barry Manilow?
No, it's the Rapper's Delight.
It's a whole side of an album. It's a 12-inch.
Sounds like Copacabana.
Copacabana.
You've got to know Rapper's Delight, Tommy. You have to have heard
Every
it.
one of the guys.
Hip hop.
Every one of the guys in the Sugar Hill Gang are known rappers.
Right, we good? You know it now?
Never heard of him.
Oh, Tom.
Yeah, that's sad. Nick Jonas is 32. Happy birthday wish going out to Mark Anthony. He was once with J-Lo. And I just got to admit, Mark, how did you screw that up? He's 56
well, his
years
turn
old.
was over. It was somebody else's turn.
I guess it was somebody else's turn. But when you got, I got a thing for big booty women, and I just don't want to tell you. Molly Shannon is 60 years old. She's from Saturday Night Live. Richard Marx is 61. Name a song, Tom.
The one with Top Gun.
No.
He didn't do a Top Gun song.
David Copperfield is 68. I'm hoping he can make Tom disappear. And Bigley Jr., Young Shelton is 72 years old.
He's also in Arrested Development.
And that's pretty much all I
Well,
got.
he's done other things, too.
Yeah.
Mickey Rourke is 72 today.
Really?
Yep.
He was portrayed the wrestler in the movie The Wrestler.
He was Randy the Ram in The Wrestler.
And by the way, if you don't take my word, but plastic surgery can turn ugly.
Yeah, go watch that. Also, if you'd like to see a little more of Marissa Tomei, you can watch The Wrestler.
And cocaine is also bad for you. So those two things, plastic surgery and cocaine, do not go together. Yeah, just look at that guy.
But he also starred in Marlboro Men with Don Johnson.
Yeah.
And Purple Rain, the movie Purple Rain.
He was not.
He was not in Purple Rain.
What's up with you in Purple Rain? You've brought it up like
because
2 or
he's
3
just
times.
guessing.
Oh, Velvet. That's what it was.
Velvet. All right, we're going to talk about Walgreens settling a lawsuit in New Mexico, Texas, and Florida. We'll tell you how much that's for. And I don't get these type of lawsuits. I'll tell you why. And Anna Paulina Luna. Oh, my goodness.
Crazy woman.
In a good way.
Yes.
So we'll talk about Anna Paulina Luna. Tom, you have any idea who she is?
Never heard of her.
Were you not present for the bathing suit conversation we had not that long ago?
And new polling numbers show that Harris is surging in a state that once belonged solely to Donald Trump. It was safely.
I'm not buying that either.
So we'll get to that coming up. Tom in the text, 877-396-W105. I got to get to things that happened on this date in history, and dang, I'm late.
All right, I'm wearing a T-shirt. Chrissy, again, is chiming in. I only was wearing it because it was our favorite T-shirt at work, she says, and goes on to say that the pink shirt is my daughter. She can't wait to vote, says the texter.
Just in case you're unaware of what that text was from, she texted before that saying she got in trouble at work for wearing a Trump T-shirt.
Yeah.
So,
and this text says, that song that you played, Monica, I sang that at my brother's birthday.
good. That is for you.
Oh, again,
Good for you. Trump-obsessed hater said there is no Calvary coming, no miracle solution, no saviors. In the
Well,
end,
what are you talking about?
we, the American people, not any of our institutions, have to save our democracy by registering and voting in defense of our freedoms in the next 2 months.
What freedoms are you talking about? Name one freedom that has been taken away from you. You know, I said I was going to be nice, but, you know, when fools come up with this whole idea, you and Joe Biden, you and Dementia Joe, come up with this BS about your rights are being taken away from you. Your freedoms are... Name one. Name one. And while you're busy doing that, name one accomplishment from Kamala Harris.
You know, I think it's ironic that this Trump-obsessed hater finally agrees that there needs to be something done. Like, why comment that there is no Calvary coming, no miracle solution, no
which
saviors.
is interesting because Kamala's whole thing now is, let's turn the page.
Yeah.
But you're trying to turn the
wrote,
page. Yes.
Bro, the book that you wrote. You want to turn the page
We're
to it.
not going back. We're not going back. Well, if we're staying the way we are right now, we're going to bankrupt ourselves. Count on it.
And freedoms will be taken away from you.
My God.
That is right. If you don't vote correctly, Trump-obsessed hater.
If you vote for Kamala Harris,
nothing yet, girl.
you are wanting to...
Why do I feel like you're a girl?
I have been waiting for you to tell me the freedoms that have been taken away from you.
They want to take freedoms away from you and I.
You can't do it. All right, I got a lot of things to get to. Boob of the Day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Medical professionals on staff. They've got lots of experience. Look, I went and got blood work done, and my testosterone was like a 380. Is that 1380?
13.
Which is way
380
too,
would be low.
Yeah, way too high for an old man like myself.
That's 18.
That's like an 18-year-old, and no wonder my wife is like not wanting to come to bed at night. God bless. 1380 is way too high, and the older you get, your body can't take, a 1380. So I'm laying off the testosterone, but it's so important you get your blood work done.
Right.
And you go to a professional to find out exactly how much testosterone you should be taking. I know there's guys out there, I got this off the bootleg, and, I don't need no blood test. Yeah, you do need a blood test. You need to find out exactly what your T level is. And ladies, if you're going through hormonal problems, please go talk to them. They have a solution. Hormonal optimization. Living in pain, they have an answer for you. They also, if you're trying to lose weight and tried everything, they have a solution. And when it comes to aesthetics, you want to look better, they do all of that too. 3900 North Lovington Highway in Hobbs. Find them at thedesertfma.com. Proud sponsor of the Boob of the Day.
Tow truck drivers, they're probably prepared to deal with some attitude. You think about it, especially in New York City. But even there, this was kind of extreme. A 55-year-old man named Russell Leoza was arrested after he went on a warpath when he saw his pickup truck being hooked up to a tow truck. He ran up, threatened the driver, and then hopped in and stole the tow truck with his truck loosely attached on the back. Now, as he was making his getaway, his truck, which still had an open door, was slamming against multiple cars parked along the street, and it damaged every single one of them and ripped the driver's side door off of his truck. Sounds like the scene from a movie. Then he made a wild turn, which caused his truck to come loose from the tow truck and rolled over into oncoming traffic from the other direction. Now, despite all the carnage, no one was seriously injured, which was a miracle. Russell drove a few more blocks, and then he'd abandoned the tow truck, and the whole thing was caught on the tow truck cameras. So it didn't take long for cops to track him down and arrest him. He was hit with multiple charges, including robbery, grand larceny, auto, reckless endangerment, leaving the scene of an accident, and 11 counts of property damage. Now, for what it's worth, Russell's father claims that he was so heated because he thought his truck was being stolen, even though he hadn't made the payments in several months, because the tow truck was unmarked. And for all of that, he is the boob of the day.
By the way, if you don't pay your car payments, the repo man will probably come and check you out.
And it will most likely be unmarked.
Yes.
Wow.
Check out the weather being brought to you by Rig Outfitters and the Home Store. Sorry, our buddy Joe. My wife was already trying to fix him up.
With who?
Well, yeah.
With a friend.
Oh.
So, sorry about that, Joe. Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Joe won the car show with his vet.
Yeah.
Really?
Beautiful
over the
vet,
weekend.
too.
Which car show? Was it a local one?
Yeah, the one down there at the event.
Nice.
That's awesome. He's
Good
got an
for
awesome
Joe.
truck. Rig Outfitters and the Home Store, Broadmoor Mall, extensive FR jeans and coveralls and shirts and coats. They also offer hard hats, work boots, steel toe boots, and more. Furniture, appliances, electronics. They offer 0 down financing. If you were watching the game yesterday and the TV just not working anymore, look, they've got a huge selection of electronics. Need a recliner, whatever it is, 0 down financing at Rig Outfitters. They're right next to Scrub Outfitters. They have a huge selection, the biggest selection of medical scrubs in southeast New Mexico. They have big-name brands like Dickies and Medcouture, Peaches, and others. Huge selection of compression socks and shoes. Scrub Outfitters, Rig Outfitters in the Broadmoor Mall. High temperature today, 89 and sunny. Low tonight, 66. 90 tomorrow. And maybe a chance of rain finally coming up Tuesday night. Some of the stories we'll talk about: Harris surging in a poll. We'll talk about that. And Anna Paulina Luna points out Dem opponent that doxing, the whole idea of doxing. And Walgreens, that case is settled. And House Minority Leader, after the second attempt on Donald Trump, came out and said something that I just don't think is appropriate. We'll get to those stories. KWMW Maljamora 105.1 FM. We're B and the Breakfast Club, 8:56. News this morning being brought to you by Fenn's Country Market. Big savings going on right now at Fenn's in Artesia. Whole fryers, 99 cents a pound. Spare ribs, $2.49 a pound. Quarter loin pork chops, $1.99 a pound. Plus New York strip, $5.99 a pound. Looking for jalapenos, 99 cents a pound. Onions, 2 pounds for $1. Also seedless watermelons, $4.99. They've also in the deli department, mesquite smoked turkey breast, $6.49 a pound, and cooked ham, just $4.49 a pound. Looking for big savings when it comes to refreshments? Get Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Big Red, and others. 2-liter bottle, 2 for $4. Get it all at Fenn's Country Market. We are qualifying, folks. This time, we're qualifying you for the trip to go see the Eagles and the Cowboys.
All the way. The only thing matters is a win. That's it. However, whatever it takes. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown!
Call in at 877-396-9105.
MTD Radio News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Get the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. An infant reported missing last month was found dead September 6th in a remote area of Eddy County. The Eddy County Sheriff's Office reported about 4 p.m. on Friday the remains were found at a remote area on State Road 137, also known as Queen Highway. Police are in contact with the parents and anyone believed involved in the child's life. Police are investigating the case as a homicide and ask for anyone with information to contact the Eddy County Sheriff's Office, Detective Sergeant Edward Aranda at 575-887-7551. The Carlsbad Municipal School District will hold a regularly scheduled meeting starting at 6 p.m. on Tuesday. On the agenda for discussion is a new board policy on the weighted GPA for accelerated placement courses and a new board policy on high school and college dual credit program. Also on the agenda is a scheduled closed-door executive session.
With the help of Estacado Federal Credit Union, the Lovington Police Department is now the first police department in the state of New Mexico to be recognized as a certified autism center by the International Board of Credentialing and Continuing Education Standards. Estacado Credit Union made about a $3,700 donation so everyone in the Lovington Police Department could receive the training to make certification possible. This training is a significant step forward in enhancing interactions with autistic and sensory-sensitive members of the Lovington community and encompasses scenario-based training designed to equip officers and staff with the necessary skills for understanding, communicating with, and assisting the neurodiverse community effectively. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
Celebrating Daisy Safes all week long with big values at Bob's Ridgeway. Like fresh ground beef, $3.97 a pound. Dole shredded lettuce, 8-ounce bag, just 99 cents. Premium hothouse tomatoes, just 99 cents a pound. Get your Crystal Farm shredded and chunked cheeses, 8-ounce, 2 for $5. And taco seasoning, taco shells, and tostada shells from Old El Paso, all on special, along with whole select New York strip, just $3.99 a pound. Whole fryers, 99 cents a pound. Get pork spare ribs, $2.49 a pound. And Hass avocados for the guacamole, 2 for $1. And that's just a few of over 150 big value specials to celebrate Daisy Safes this week at Bob's Ridgeway, where the service and the quality still matter, and they still carry your groceries out at 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Good times and bad come and go. The dust settles and you take a look around. That's when you see who your real friends are. We've seen our members through the toughest of times. We're conservative and we're consistent. We don't always tell you what you want to hear. Sometimes we say no, but we're always looking out for your best interest. That's what friends are for. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number. You're a member. Federally insured by NCUA.
This month at Tate Branch and Hobbs, the hail of a sale continues with massive rebates and cash back on many different models. $2,500 bonus cash on Chrysler Pacifica, up to $5,000 bonus cash on select Ram 1500s, up to $2,000 bonus cash on select Jeep Wrangler and Compass, and many slightly hail-damaged vehicles on Super Sale now. Visit Tate Branch and Hobbs today. It's the dealership with the 2 big ramps across from Texas Roadhouse, 4123 North Lovington Highway in Hobbs.
Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham's Cabinet in Your Community event is coming to Mescalero. Join the governor and state agency cabinet secretaries for a discussion about how New Mexico government can better service you and your community. All state agencies will be on site offering assistance with fire recovery and other services. At the event, you'll learn how to access resources and enroll in state programs and services. Medicaid enrollment, child care, food and cash assistance, academic enrollment, tutoring, children's programming, unemployment benefits, free college, lost property, income tax inquiries, senior programs and services, and much more. Cabinet in Your Community will be held Friday, September 20th at the Inn of the Mountain Gods. The State Services Expo and Constituent Services is from 3 to 7 p.m., and the Community Town Hall will be from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. We'll see you there.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
You're waking up to the Morning Morons. One does his best to make you think he's a moron. The other is not a moron. The other is a member of the Mensa Society. I don't know.
Hey, I'm listening to a dumb nonsense radio show.
Call or text now, 877-396-W105 to talk to one of the morons.
Yeah, I did 40-liners, and I kept that one, but I added a bit for Monica. And then,
right on.
Yeah. And then I did one about we're like your morning cup of coffee. B's a little bitter. Tom is the cup of joy. Monica's the sugar and the sweetener.
Right on.
And Blake is just stirring. He's just a stirrer.
Stirring it up. Yep, I like it.
I like it.
So, 38-pound Russian rescue cat named Crumbs got stuck in a shoe rack and tried to escape a fat camp. Yeah, they had put the cat in the fat camp. This cat had 9 lives, and 7 of those, of course, came from massive heart attacks, but it's still alive today.
Must have been big to survive that long.
Yeah, the cat is clearly out of control.
Well, not anymore.
Over its terrible eating habits.
You know, I can't imagine how much a cat has to eat to get that obese.
That's
because
big.
I fed my cat people food, cat food, combination of both, and neither one of them are big.
And of course, it comes down to personality a little bit in the pet, but it's the person's fault whenever they feed their animals too much. Or not enough if you go the other way.
Right.
It's the person's fault. It's not the animal's fault. The animal's going, oh, well, I guess I'm supposed to eat now. You're putting food down for me.
Yeah. My dogs back in the Philippines, the puppy, he's going to be 1 year, I think, next month.
Mm-hmm.
And he was trying to figure out how much he was about 40 pounds. For a Frenchie, that's big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so we gave me the video of him. Their names are Gumbo and Rice. So if you don't know. And so I was like, dang, he lost some weight. So she has given orders now to go get him a donut every morning.
Wow.
Now, my Pulik, both of them are the pickiest eaters. I've never seen a dog that wouldn't just eat all of their food when they put it down.
What is a Pulik?
Well, Pulik is the plural of Puli.
Okay.
So think of the dog that looks like a mop.
Okay.
Okay, with the dreadlocks.
Yes.
So that.
Okay.
Okay, and they come in white, gray, and black.
Yeah.
And I have a black and a white one.
Okay.
And they will eat until they're done. And then I can leave food down for them. I don't like free feeding because the other dogs will eat it all.
Sure.
But they're the pickiest eaters when it comes to that. And you know when they like it because they will eat a bunch.
Right.
But they won't overeat. I've never seen dogs like that before.
Wow.
And they will stay. They're too skinny in my mind, but I guess they're doing okay.
Yeah, mine will, but we don't feed them dog food, so we make their food.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we do too, but we have a kibble that we mix in with it.
Yeah, sometimes I'll try mixing and they'll pick that out. So they eat better than some people, for sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
And they're getting their daily donuts now because when I'm there, I share my donuts with them.
How cute.
Not good for them.
Yeah, probably not, but
right.
They're gaining their weight back. Looks like a upcoming film called Terrifier 3 released. New poster recently that shows the killer Art the Clown dressed as a mall Santa, covered with blood. I don't like those type of movies. By the way, number one movie at the box office again was Beetlejuice. Number one at the box office again. Sony in talks with Pink Floyd to buy their music catalog, $500 million.
That's interesting.
$500 million. Tom,
now,
that could be another brick in the wall.
Yeah, he didn't get that.
Yeah,
but you know, with the big riff that they had several years ago, where basically Roger Waters is no longer part of Pink Floyd, how does that work?
Somebody's getting money.
Because, I mean, he was part of the songwriting team. And so doesn't he have to be involved in this as well, even if he's not part of the band?
I would
agree.
So.
Yeah.
Because
those are his lyrics. So
yeah,
he's got rights to them.
If he's the songwriter.
Yeah, he would get some of that cash.
I mean, David Gilmour basically took over that whole thing, and he didn't want to do that.
Right.
You know, he said that he doesn't want to be the leader of the band, but they were kind of the songwriting duo.
Sure.
No, he's going to get some of that, I would think.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift and endorsement of Kamala Harris. I am seeing the polls, and there's not been a big bump for Kamala Harris. But according to Kamala's camp, 405,000 visitors to the federal government voting registration site. And 24 hours after Taylor Swift said, hey, I'm endorsing Kamala.
But that's visitors. That's not registering the vote.
Right, yeah. So, and here's the other. If you need Taylor Swift to tell you who to vote for,
you're in trouble.
You're in big trouble.
Big trouble.
You're probably still living at your mom and dad's house.
Correct.
Any pop star.
Any candidate. Yes.
And how many of those listeners live in those swing states that listen to her?
Doesn't
Make
matter.
a difference.
It doesn't matter. New poll shows Kamala Harris surging, and in a state that Trump was very safe in, Iowa. Kamala Harris picking up. It's still a 4 percentage point.
Is that really a safe state?
I don't think that
No, that was a blue state at one time.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's been heavy Republican.
Sure.
We got to get to good news of the day coming up in just a second. I know where she lives. Anna Paulina Luna points out the Democrat opponent over doxing her. Tom, what is doxing?
Means you're de-doxing.
You're de-doxing.
Yeah.
Why would they call it doxing if it was de-doxing?
Because you own a Winnie dog.
What does it mean, Kevin?
Are
I've
you
never heard that word.
smoking crack?
I was going to say, we went off the rails real quick with Tom's logic there.
Real quick.
All right. Doxing is when, correct me if I'm wrong, Blake, you give somebody's address to the political opponent gives your address out to the viral idiots
that would do things like swatting and things like
and that type of stuff.
With the intent to be malicious.
Yes, most
Gotcha.
definitely. Most definitely. Walmart settles the $106 million lawsuit with New Mexico, Florida, and Texas. The biggest pharmacy in the country will have to fork over about $106 million, settle that lawsuit involving the states. This all deals with opioids. And let me just say, I think this is wrong. And I think this is why one day we will not have any pharmacies.
Right.
Because, look, if a doctor writes a prescription, the job of the pharmacy is to, Tom?
Fill it out.
The
job of the pharmacy is to fill up prescription and hand it over to the customer.
That's their job. That's
their
100%
job.
right.
I do not believe that it is the job of Walmart to question the doctor. The doctor is the doctor. He wrote the prescription.
Sure.
Correct.
So Walgreens received a bunch of prescriptions a day. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
And so supposedly, going back to 2009, a whistleblower informed the government in 2015 that Walgreens had
Walmart or Walgreens?
Walgreens. Well, I think Walmart was included, but it is Walgreens.
Okay.
Had filled prescriptions that they knowingly knew could be problematic, and that person could be addicted to opioids. But
I'm with you. It's if the doctor prescribed it, their job is not to fill in as the doctor.
Amen.
Correct.
Amen. Democrats, House Minority Leader Joaquin Phoenix Jeffries.
Joaquin Jeffries.
Yes.
Hakeem Jeffries.
After
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah. After the second Trump assassination, we must stop the MAGA Republicans. Is that really the thing to say after the bullets?
Bad.
It's part of this dangerous rhetoric they keep talking about and try to say that the Republicans are doing it, but it's not. It's the Democrats that say we have to stop Trump by any means necessary. MAGA is dangerous because they don't understand what it stands for.
You know, I don't even really know what the word is or how you describe how
Psycho?
you can do something, you yourself, your party, the people that you're affiliated with, but pin it completely on the opposite party.
Anything that the left accused the right of, they are already doing.
They've already done it.
Yeah.
They're doing
They've
it.
already-
They plan
yeah.
to do it.
No doubt. Morning show being brought to you by Zia
That
Guns.
is a syndrome. I'll have to go look that up.
Yeah, I think it is. Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell, over 1,000 guns in stock. Handguns, rifles, shotguns. Check them out. Trade in your old gun, get a better gun. And ladies, they are encouraging you in the crazy world that we live in. We have women that are right here in southeast New Mexico that these guys are trying to pluck off the street so they can do harm to them. So it's a crazy world we live in. Protect yourself. Lethal or non-lethal personal protection is available at Zia Guns. And if you're planning for hunting season, please get in touch with Zia Guns. Big yellow building in Roswell, closed on Saturday, always open on Sunday. Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell. Tom on the text will come back with a story about a teacher. Bill Maher getting into the debate. Kamala Harris or Donald Trump. And we still have the good news of the day.
This texter's asking, if the pharmacy fills that prescription, wouldn't they be liable if something happens to that person?
No, because it's not their responsibility. The doctor is the judgment goes against the doctor, I would think. He's the one prescribing
That's why he
the
has
physician.
malpractice insurance.
And John from Eunice is chiming in. Guys, just imagine the violence that left is going to incite if they don't manage to steal the election.
So it'll be a lot like the Black Lives Matter riots.
Yeah, something like that.
I think we can handle that.
And I like cat like owner, correct, Tom A, says the texter?
My cats eat everything inside.
They do.
Do you even feed them? Because you just turn them out.
I mean,
they're just wild.
If there's a muffin, I'll feed them a muffin.
They know when I come home. They know when my Tahoe's pulling into the complex, they chase me, and then they chase me to the bus to feed them. That's the way they know.
So let me ask you this much.
I'm surprised coyotes haven't gotten them.
If a dog is running rampant, there's a leash law. Why do cats get away with that?
They don't. There's a leash law for cats, too.
Oh, okay.
It's illegal for him to let them run loose.
Can we get Lovington Animal Control to go take care of this situation?
We can put a couple traps out there.
Leave Monahans and push-ups alone.
Well, how about this, being a responsible pet owner and taking care of your own?
Yeah, they could write you citations.
Please. You know, while we're talking about cats, if anybody...
Are they up to date on shots?
Are they? Yes.
Probably
not. If anybody's looking for kittens, I've got 3.
Oh.
They're so tender. It breaks my heart that they're going to be in the wild here in a couple of weeks.
Tom, you should get a couple.
Well, it's like this. I mean, it's hot in that bus. I'm not going to leave in that bus to bake.
Well, that's your responsibility. How about running the aircon?
Well, it's hot. I mean, my bus is made of aluminum.
Why don't you run the air conditioning?
I do.
Made out of what?
Aluminum.
We're late.
How about running the air conditioner? Bill Maher.
We could do a whole show. We could do a whole show on that.
Please.
Bill Maher makes his bold prediction saying Trump is done.
Really?
Yeah. Remember just a couple weeks ago, he's like, Kamala's a terrible pick. Bill, quit smoking so much weed, bro.
Well, you know, and to be fair, that is Bill's job is to do those predictions. So
he believes it's going to be a tight election, but he believes the polls are going to be tight, and then he'll lose. That's what he said. He might know something we don't know.
He's predicting the steal.
Yeah, he might know something we don't know. Police in Florida arrest a teacher caught pleasuring himself in the classroom. Oh, my God. Harvey Cole, 26, substitute teacher at the Bridge Prep Academy, caught by students during a lunch break, and he was arrested. It makes me ask the question. You can't wait till you get home. I mean, look, we're not animals. We're not animals.
Well, technically we are, but
we should have more self-control.
Yes.
I agree. But then at the same time, it makes you wonder, like, why couldn't he wait? Like, what is it that's turning him?
No self-control. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
I didn't want to finish that.
And only half of Americans plans to only half of Americans plan to get the flu vaccination or COVID this year. Tom, you getting that flu?
Oh yeah, I'm getting my flu.
What?
I ain't getting nothing.
I ain't getting
Stay away from me for the next 2 or 3 days.
I don't want no part of any vaccine because they prove that the government has lied to us. I don't trust them.
Well, I won't do the COVID no more.
Well, that's not even really a vaccine. It's gene therapy.
But I ain't trusting them.
Yeah.
I am not trusting.
Like the flu vaccine is a vaccine that they put out there.
But wait, we're missing the bigger point. You will run out and get the vaccine.
Yes.
But you will not take care of yourself. So are you ultimately taking care of yourself?
I am taking care of myself by not getting the flu. That's why I get the flu vaccine.
But don't you get the flu every year?
Fool, I saw you eating Saturday night. You're not taking care of yourself.
Saturday night? Yeah, I had little ham rolls and stuff.
Hand rolls?
A little hand roll.
The little hammies. The little ham rolls.
The little wraps? The tortilla
The little
wraps?
wrap, yeah.
Hey, you guys,
Oh,
really
that
quick.
food was good, by the way.
I thought the guys were going to give Tom, some crap about this, but
What?
Tom did not sit with us at our table.
Oh, you noticed that too?
He sat closest to the door.
So he could get to the food first. He was the first one in line. No, he was really like the third one in line.
I have never seen him move that fast because you see him in here.
He was already getting up before they said go get food.
Dude, learn to stretch. If your back hurts, stretch. The best thing you can do is stretch and strengthen your core. But he was off like a damn rocket. It's like they put some nitro right up his butt, and he was gone right to the food.
Y'all, he didn't even stay for like the closing speech or anything like
I
that.
I was there for the entire event.
gonzo.
I didn't sit at your table because they kind of booted me out of there. So I went to sit
No.
with Will.
No.
So I went to sit
You were
with
supposed
Will.
to fit with Will.
And I did, but I couldn't see the speaker, so I went closer.
No, you were too far from the food.
He that table
He was right
too
there.
far away.
Yeah, he was like, well, I'm going to get the jump on this crowd.
Because they wanted me to sit with him.
He did get the jump on the crowd because
Yeah,
he was
I'm going to get that food.
And third or fourth in line.
And he just laughs, you guys. Y'all know he knew what he was doing.
And
no
then-
está tonto el Tom, you guys.
And then as soon as the closing was done, he was out
gone
of there
before
like
it
a
was done.
rocket. And I was looking for him on the side of the road, see if he was taking a nap.
I was going to beat the crowd.
He was probably stopped. He probably stopped at the Pilot, and he was parked in the back.
Where did you take a nap?
I didn't.
I'm doubtful.
I didn't come here to Loving.
I thought you were going to go watch the boxing.
I did.
match.
I sat with some great people there
Where?
Now you
Where'd
didn't
go?
say that earlier.
at the Canelo fight.
Speaking of the Canelo fight, did y'all see that hairy-looking thing that was standing behind him holding his belt?
Yes. What was that about?
So I don't know, but I zoomed in on that picture. That was not a mask.
That was a
real person.
That was a chupacabra. Or well,
It
I
was
just messed that
something.
up.
Speaking of cats, my Patrick said, just bring in the Haitians to control the pet population.
Right.
They should just take them to New York because they got lots of rats and things.
Yeah. Anywho, come on, Kevin. What do we got?
We are late.
We are late.
Kevin.
Let's go.
All right, let's take a break. We're coming back. We're going to get you qualified for cash. And we don't like qualifying you this close. Mandy will be saying something in a second, but yeah, we'll have to sweet talk her. And that's very difficult. So
she likes cash.
Yeah. Yeah, well, cash. Okay, cash. Twin Wells Fuel Station. We're going to keep you updated with the news being brought to you by our buddies at the Twin Wells Fuel Station. If you're driving on 128 this morning, exit Buck Jackson Road, fill her up today. They have diesel, DEF, red diesel, green diesel. They've got it all. Check them out today. They accept credit cards, debit cards, and fleet cards. Be safe on the road from the Twin Wells Fuel Station. This time, we're qualifying you for cash.
Call now. Thank you for calling.
The Geo Group in Hobbs presents the Cash Blowout Contest on W105. This is the Cash Blowout Contest on W105.
Call now. Call now.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. Presidential candidate Donald Trump vows nothing will slow me down. After a second assassination attempt, acting Secret Service Director Ronald Rowe in West Palm Beach, Florida today for a walkthrough of Trump's golf course site where a shooter now in custody set up along the fence. Hiker Mike Johnson tells Fox.
President Trump needs the most coverage of anyone. He's the most attacked. He's the most threatened, even probably more than when he was in the Oval Office. So we are demanding in the House that he have every asset available, and we will make more available if necessary.
Suspect Ryan Ruth had posted democracy is on the ballot. An iconic musical family member, Tito Jackson from the Jackson 5, has died, age 70, big brother of the late Michael. Tito, Jackie, and Marlon have still been performing as the Jacksons with an October Atlantic City date. America is listening to Fox News.
Medications taking away key nutrients from your body? Struggling with weight loss? Pharmacy 575 offers all your prescription needs and more. From their My Daily Medication program with pre-dose packages to weight loss plan with in-body scanner or their medication and wellness consultations, let Pharmacy 575 help. With walk-in vaccines and local delivery, they do it all. Go see Pharmacy 575 at 305 East Sanger Suite 600 or call 575-263-2908. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Pharmacy 575. Your health, their priority.
At Coffee Drilling LLC, they offer a wide range of drilling services from small domestic water to agricultural and monitor wells. In addition to mud and rotary drilling, Coffee Drilling offers services to pre-existing wells as well as troubleshooting of pumps and all control systems. Call Coffee Drilling today to schedule your routine maintenance or see about an upgrade to your water system. Call 505-270-1767. That's 505-270-1767. Coffee Drilling LLC, over 20 years experience and serving all of Hobbs, Lovington, and Eunice.
Sutherland's of Carlsbad is here for all your home improvement and DIY projects. Visit Sutherland's.com for how-to tips and guides. Skip the hassle. Buy online and pick up in-store for free at 2101 South Canal in Carlsbad. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, and plywood to fencing, power tools, and furniture, Sutherland's has what you need for the job, plus great financing options. Sutherland's, helping Americans build it better since 1917.
Did you know that when you become employed with Eddy County, you'll be receiving one of the best and most competitive benefits packages in southeast New Mexico? Eddy County offers great pay, paid vacation, paid sick leave, and holiday pay. In addition, you get para-retirement, and for full-time employees, 100% health insurance paid and 60% for your dependents. You can find a list of open positions and apply at New Mexico Workforce Connection or online at eddycounty.org. Eddy County is an equal opportunity employer.
This is Rhonda Romack of Destiny Real Estate, where our business is built on dreams and imagination. Right now, the Lincoln County real estate market has more buyers than sellers. What does that mean? It means that the local market of inventory of houses and ranches is low, but we have plenty of buyers ready and willing to purchase properties. So if you've been considering putting something on the market, it's a good time to get top dollar for your investment. Telephone my team of seasoned professionals at 575-257-3000. That's Rhonda Romack of Destiny Real Estate, online at rudoso-nm.com.
September savings at National Furniture Liquidators, and it's warehouse cleanup time. Out with the old. Thousands of bargains like chairs and bar stools, $18, nightstands, $28, end tables, $18, and select mattresses up to 70% off. Bed dressers and chests up to 80% off. Dinettes 60% off or more, and sofas as low as $188. Thousands of deals, all on a first-come, first-sold basis. Warehouse cleanup time now at National Furniture Liquidators.
Nobody beats Shorty.
Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham's Cabinet in Your Community event is coming to Mescalero. Join the governor and state agency cabinet secretaries for a discussion about how New Mexico government can better service you and your community. All state agencies will be on site offering assistance with fire recovery and other services. At the event, you'll learn how to access resources and enroll in state programs and services. Medicaid enrollment, child care, food and cash assistance, academic enrollment, tutoring, children's programming, unemployment benefits, free college, lost property, income tax inquiries, senior programs and services, and much more. Cabinet in Your Community will be held Friday, September 20th at the Inn of the Mountain Gods. The State Services Expo and Constituent Services is from 3 to 7 p.m., and the Community Town Hall will be from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. We'll see you there.
Now, back to the show.
Until the liberals censor this show, we're on the air and broadcasting.
The pain in my ass.
Call or text now. 877-396-W105 to talk to B in the Breakfast Club.
You know, when that lady says you're a pain in my ass, you know who it reminds me of? Not that she's ever cussed in my presence, because I don't think she cusses, but Rebecca Long. Just the way she said it. All right.
Rebecca, you're going to have to
cuss
at Kevin so he knows
I've never heard her cuss, and she probably doesn't cuss, but I am the cusser. I get it. 927, 927.
You and I run pretty neck and neck with that.
I was watching the football game Saturday. The wife was like,
oh,
man.
She was telling on you.
Yeah, that's okay. 927, Tom, quickly to the text, if you would.
All right, Smokey in Arizona. When was their second attempt on Trump's life again? He's asking.
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday. And Monica, I love your laugh. Every time you laugh, it ends making me laugh too.
Oh,
so Smokey in
That's
Arizona.
tender. I'd be a millionaire if I had a dollar for every time I heard that.
Right. And Uncle Mike, and Tom couldn't see over the Mile High food on his plate, says the texter.
You're 100% correct.
All right.
You were obviously there because that's true.
But I was getting the mean girl looks from some of the people
at your table.
Tom's table.
Yep.
Well, you always picking on Tom.
What were
holding
you telling
people
them,
accountable? I'm sorry I do that.
Well, I did wave to my peeps out there when they introduced me.
Yes, Tom's got fans, you guys.
Yes.
Okay, let's just.
And Springfield for
They're
Kittens.
not only fans, so.
And Springfield for Kittens is adopting cats for any unwanted pets, says the texter.
Oh.
Speaking
Hey,
of,
by the way, the Haitians for Hamala said they'd take the cats.
And they will be perfectly fine, they said.
Yes.
And one more text, B. Honestly, Tom, you're getting yourself at risk for getting that flu shot and taking care of yourself the way you do, because you do more prone to get sick, and it's going to hit you a lot harder. It would be a different story if you were actually taking
What are
care
you
of
talking
yourself.
about? I take care of myself. I'm in great shape.
I would be all in favor of him doing those things to not get sick. But what happens is when Tom gets sick, you have to watch out, because he's going to come in here and he's going to get closer to you than he's ever gotten before. And he's going to cough at you, and he's going to do all those things and try and make you sick. And I speak
Blake.
from experience from last
Blake,
year.
you got me sick first last year, dude.
And then he got me sick all the way in the Philippines. It was crazy. Good news of the day being brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agent Herschel Rustin Hayes, Avenue D in Lovington, 575-396-0513. Get in touch with them today. Home Auto, Life Insurance, Commercial Insurance, right across the street from Bob's. Check them out today.
So the internet is in love with a baby pygmy hippo in Thailand, and its name is Mudang. Now, in English, her name means bouncy pork.
Oh,
I don't know if they eat hippopotamuses, but you know. And we talked about the cat in the sewer. We mentioned that earlier, and his name is Drifter, which was kind of appropriate, but he survived, so that's good. And finally, a search and rescue team in Florida is training the first ever search and rescue otter.
Aww.
Yeah, you heard that right. An otter. His name is Splash. And the guy training him said he came up with the idea after learning that otters are the only mammal, besides whales, that can smell things underwater.
How neat. That's interesting.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And for training the first search and rescue otter, and I got to go check out the baby pygmy hippo. That's your good news of the day.
By the way, Tom is the only crop duster underwater. 9:30. Good news of the day being brought to you by our buddy Herschel Rustin Hayes. Check him out today. News this morning being brought to you by Enrique Rocha, Rocha Air Conditioning and Heating. Your choice for your next HVAC job. They can take care of you. Maybe the AC is out. It's still in the 90s. It's still very warm. And while you're at it, get that heater checked out. Before you light that furnace, very important that you have it checked out. Call Enrique Rocha. He's our go-to guy, 575-631-1999, Rocha Air Conditioning and Heating. We're out of here. We'll see you back in just a bit. Tradio is up next.